going on? It's your dog Art Man Boxing, and we're back with another boxing conversation. Man, I'm just going to say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't know. I don't know how I can just hold it back. But Bob Arum is a racist motherfucker. It's racist, but that don't mean he's David Duke racist. Grand Wizard racist. That doesn't mean he's out here joining the KKK racist. That don't mean he's out here with Nazi tattoos racist. He's racist in his actions. He's holding fighters back of a certain demographic. He is systematically stopping black fighters from gaining everything that they could in this boxing world. He is controlling it. That is racism. You know that, right? Propping one group up while holding back resources from another group, that's racist. You know that, right? People think that because Bob ain't out here saying nigga, 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 that don't make him racist. Stop playing games, dude. There's all types of racism here. Systematic racism, open racism, extreme racism. And what Bob is doing is practicing systematic racism. He owns the system and he's suppressing. He's suppressing. He's blocking fights, legacy fights, and then going out to the media that he pays for and tell them that this black guy ain't shit and he ain't never gonna be shit and he's costing me money. That's a racist. Shout out to my dude, JR. Says salute Art Man. He said you cooking. Evening fam, Bob's been doing this shit for over half a century. This shit's so familiar, he been doing this shit to the last dudes. Literally, he been doing this shit back when niggas were afro. When the afro was the daily cut for all the black folks, he been doing that shit for that long. He been doing it so long that matter of fact, when was Bob Arum born? When was Bob Arum born? Let's go see when Bob Arum was born. Let's go see. Let's look it up. Bob Arum. Bob was born December 8th, 1931, which means he was 30, around his 30s, late 20s, in the Jim Crow era. So you mean to tell me Bob Arum grew up in a time where they looked at black people as a piece of property and they called grown black men boy? You want to tell me that this 90-year-old man just skipped right past all of that, all the racism, everything, the racist teaching, the racist actions, subtle racism, all that just skipped right past Bob Arum because he's a good apple. He's a good apple compared to everybody else. He, even though he's 90, there's no way that he could be racist. A 90-year-old white man in America. Come on, man. 1931. And you want to tell me that a man that grew up in the fucking Jim Crow era? You think Bob Arum was out here preaching for desegregation? You think so? You think he was out there joining, saying, "Hey, I marched with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X"? No, the man is in there to make money. This country was built off of the backs of black American people. Bob Arum, he took that business model, which is make a lot of money off of black labor. Black labor, white wealth. People today told me, how can Bob Arum be so racist if he has, black employees? Look at Tim Bradley and Andre Ward. Of course he's not racist. Look at them. Look at them. Look at the two Negroes he got. The fuck out of here. They say, oh, how can Bob Arum be racist? How can Bob Arum be racist? He has black employees, and he made a lot of money off of black people, and black people paid his bills, and black people did this for him. They really telling me, how can a man be racist if he has black employees, bro? They're really telling me that. And I'm sitting over here laughing like, dude, you niggas are crazy. Y'all crazy. What type of shit is that? Yeah, he had tons of black fighters, so he could be racist possibly. I mean, even though he tells the general public that this buck could have made me a lot of money, but he cost me money, and I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. But hey, that's not racist. That's not racist at all. Look, look, his own employee, Cameron Duncan, dry snitched on. I know Bob Arum is pissed off that Cameron Duncan went out and explained the fucking business model when it comes to matchmaking. I know he's pissed off when it came because he went there on Fred Barbershop Conversations and he told the world that Bob Arum, he says the greatest matchmaker in all of boxing. You know, somebody who taught me. Nigga, who do you think he's talking about? Bob fucking Arum. He sat there and told him that Bob Arum taught him that when it comes to matchmaking fighters, you make sure not to put your prospects in there with tough black fighters because these black fighters have the ability to knock the fucking prospect out and take all the shine. That right there, sir, is racist. You know why? Because he is telling the world that even though we have black fighters and non-black fighters, we're not going to match my black fighters up with these fighters because we don't want them to excel. We don't want them to surpass the guy that we're bringing up. So you tell me that's not racism right there? That's not racism that you're telling me that this guy, their business practice is to withhold opportunities from black fighters while boosting up non-black fighters? You want to tell me that's not racist? And these motherfuckers want to sit in my face and say, well, he worked with Muhammad Ali, so he can't be fucking racist. Boy, how dumb does that fucking sound? That's why I be asking, where are you niggas from? Where are y'all from? Because where I'm from, we don't have to wait till fucking racist admit that they're racist to say that they are racist. The fuck is that? Oh, you got me. I'm racist. I'm admit I'm racist. I'm racist. Is that what the fuck y'all waiting for? Y'all waiting for this 90-year-old man to come out and say I'm racist? Really? Really? Crazy as fuck, man. Where I'm from, we let actions speak louder than words. And the actions show that you are practicing that MBF list, which is stopping black fighters from getting the opportunities that they fucking deserve. The fuck out of here with that shit, man. Now Shakur Stevenson talking about some damn, I'm about to get the, pound for pound me. I'm about to be on a list. I'm about to get the biggest fight ever. You know why fucking Shakur Stevenson about to get the biggest fight ever? Because this lawsuit hit. That's why. Because I remember a couple months back, Shakur Stevenson was telling the public that this greedy motherfucker was protecting Valdez, Lomachenko, and withholding opportunities from him. And we all know this guy, Shakur Stevenson's the shit. But how can we say that if he doesn't get the opportunities that proves that he's the shit, man? Stop playing games out here, man. These dudes want to sit in my face and tell me that, oh, he's not racist. He's not racist because he shared a fucking a piece of a Kit Kat bar for black dude. You remember he gave that black dude the last bite of his apple? Of course he's not racist. Fuck out of here. Man. Shit, what's up, Art, man? Preach that gospel. Of course, I'm gonna cook that shit, man. So I'll be at the fight tomorrow, and if I see Bob, I'm pressing on Jim. Say pressing on him. Shit, don't get that man a heart attack. He needs to be alive so he can settle that dispute with Crawford. Straight up. And then we got black folks talking about some, he's just trying to extort him. He's just trying to extort him. Look at all that good shit Bob Arum did for him. He took him out the ghetto. He made sure he wasn't selling narcotics. He put him in the ring. Look, even though he swindled a lot of money out of him, it doesn't matter. He still gave him a lot of opportunities in life. The fuck out of here. You guys, that's the type of cowardly shit that y'all go through. That's what y'all like. That's that coward shit y'all was raised on. Well, if a white man help you out, it's okay for him to fucking rob you with resources, all because he gave you some scraps, even though you were supposed to be getting a full cake. Fuck out of here. You think they coming to see Bob Arum? When these fights get signed, you think they coming to see Bob Arum? That's Crawford's money. They're coming to see Crawford. Fuck you talking about, dude? He said, I don't see how Bob can win this lawsuit unless Crawford doesn't have enough valuable proof to make this case value. You know, it's like this. There's a couple things that can for sure get him compensation. It's the bonus that they had in mind. Hold on, let me see. George Foreman and Muhammad Ali's daughter shaking my head. Yeah, all that shit. We gonna, man, we gonna get there for a sec. We gonna get there, but first let's go. The whole Manny Pacquiao situation, where the man literally told the general public that he blocked the fight. He stopped the man from becoming the pay-per-view attraction that he wanted to become. Think about it. Imagine Terrence Crawford beating Manny Pacquiao before Manny Pacquiao lost to Jeff Horn, right? Imagine him beating Manny Pacquiao, gets the belt, right? And then he approaches Errol Spence and says, you know what? I want 50-50 or 60-40 with me getting 60. Do you think that he will have a reasonable case to say that he deserves 50-50 or 60 if he beat Manny Pacquiao before he lost to Jeff Horn? Of course he would, because he's going to be the guy that retired the legend. Reason why you just got to fight with Errol Spence coming up. That right there, you took money out of that man's pocket and you took the opportunity away from him becoming a pay-per-view star. And then you went on a smear campaign telling the general public that this guy, you could have bought a house. Boy, you want to tell the world that you could have bought a house with the money you lost on Crawford? This is what you want to tell the public. But you want to tell the public that how much money you lost on Tyson Fury. Tell the world how much money you lost on Tyson Fury. I bet you could have bought 100 houses, nigga. You could have bought 100 houses in Omaha with the type of money that you lost on Tyson Fury. Matter of fact, he did tell the general public. I mean, he told black folks on Fred's conversation, barbershop conversation, he said, yeah, Tyson Fury got me in the red. But he didn't go out to ESPN on a live viewership of what, 1 million people. He went telling people, hey, man, Tyson Fury got this company in the red. He didn't do that. He pick and choose. Trust me. You know how y'all always like to say, oh, black folks, y'all talk about being on code and code. Well, white folks, they have a code too. White supremacists have a code too. They definitely do. Why in the world would you think that a 90-year-old white man is not racist or can't be racist? Oh, yeah, I forgot because he got black employees. Oh, yeah, duh, right? I was a fucking stupid, man. I don't got no master's degree. I don't even got a bachelor's degree. But this is fucking common sense. I'm a fucking American, foundational American. I know my history. I know the history of this country. I know what a white supremacist is. I know what a racist is. I'm not stupid. And I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait. Because actions speak louder than the words where I'm from. Real shit. He said, it's not important that Crawford wins. It's important that he sets a legal precedent. Man, these dudes talk about some, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ain't no way Bob Arum is racist. Ain't no way he's racist. And then you got Muhammad Ali's fucking bedwench daughter talking about some, yeah. Bob Arum, he helped my father a lot, and he's helping my biracial son a lot. How can this man possibly be racist? Fuck out of here. Because he gave your son a job? Because he gave your son a job, that means he's not racist? He's in the business to make money. Your son loses next fight. What do you think Bob Arum gonna do? The fuck? Said, shout out to Bud for standing up for himself and his people. Straight up. Shout out to motherfucking Bud. I should have been wearing a Bud shirt today for the live stream. But I sold out. I sold out of my fucking Bud shirts. I gotta re-up on that shit, man. Next one's going out tomorrow. But Yeah, man. Muhammad Ali's daughter. Man, that dude probably fucking rolling in his grave. Muhammad Ali, he even said it, dude. I don't care if you guys like it or love it or hate it. Muhammad Ali said it out of his own mouth. He's not in for interracial dating. So that offspring, Nicholas Walsh, whoever that guy is, you think Ali will be proud of him? Hell no. Not saying that, it's wrong to be mixed or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna keep on throwing Ali's name out there, understand what the fuck Ali was about. Please do. Please do. Because Ali, man, bro, you tell me Ali would be out here telling motherfuckers, oh man, I ain't never seen no racism. I ain't never seen racism. I ain't never seen it no how. You think Ali would be saying that shit right now like you fucking suckers? Hell no. It's fucking bullshit. Let me pull up this Twitter because I just been seeing bullshit all day. And I just been seeing all this racist energy going out here in this world, and you got motherfuckers denying it. We making these racists too fucking comfortable because of niggas like you. Niggas like you who say, oh man, ain't no way that Bob can be racist because he has black employees. You making these racists fucking uncomfortable. You making them comfortable. You making motherfuckers like Paul and Malignaggi comfortable to say this stupid shit because y'all want to sit here and try to rationalize and be like, oh man, he does have a point. Ain't no motherfucking point. You don't let nobody, I'm speaking on Paul and Malignaggi. You don't let nobody from a fucking another race go out and tell us and dictate and tell us what the fuck's going on with our race and what the fuck we gotta do and what we should do. Man, Paulie Malignaggi, he know who to say that shit around. He'll never in his life say no stupid shit like that around me. Fuck no. Man, I've been trying to chill because I didn't want to say too much on Twitter that I get me fucking caught up. But Paulie Malignaggi, dude, I swear to God, bro, if I see you in person, bro, you gonna have to answer to the shit that you said about brother George Floyd. Real shit. Real shit. You gonna have to answer to that. I want to hear your explanation. Explain that shit to me. Please. Boy, he's still mad that AB took his girl in his belt. How does that feel? How does that feel, Malignaggi? How does it feel that a young nigga, cocky nigga, flashy, from the hood, rags to riches, went out and took your bitch, nigga? Fuck you talking about? And kicked your ass, nigga. And took your belt on live television. That's the fight that made a young art man a fan of this sport, for real, for real. Y'all know that, right? I think I told you guys a couple times before that Polinaji versus AB was actually the fight that made me interested in boxing as a young boxing fan, because I thought it was so cool. He inspired me. I thought it was so cool that a young dude from the projects like me can go out and whoop a dude's ass, take his girl and his belt, and look cool doing it. It inspired me. And we can see throughout all these years, Paulie Malignaggi still feels that shit. You know what I'm saying? He still has nightmares about it. He still has nightmares about his wife getting fucking dicked down by a black dude. He talking about some side piece, side piece, side piece, side piece, side piece, whatever, nigga. Just know the bitch ain't yours no more. I mean, you can have a back after. You know what I'm saying? You can have a back after. You know what I'm saying? But just know that, what I'm saying, she was with the nigga AP. So then Paulie Malignaggi damn near died against motherfucking Sean Porter. And you see where I'm coming from, guys? You see where this is going? Yeah, this is where the anti-blackness is coming from. Because, yeah, Malignaggi, he has the boxing smarts. He knows the in and outs of the ring. He knows the fundamentals, but he just can't do it. He just couldn't do it. His little fucking T-Rex arms, his little fucking small ass body, no punching power, having motherfucker. He just couldn't do it. So when you see a strong foundational black American going there, fucking styling, profiling in the ring, he feel a certain type of way. You want to hate on Wilder. Wilder is everything that this motherfucker Paulie Malignaggi couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? A tall, strong, handsome black man that's out here knocking motherfuckers out. Paulie Malignaggi wish he was that. But he's just a weirdo Italian dude that want to be white. Punk ass. Boy, And you want to talk about some? I've been attacked by the police too, motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch.
Let's face it, probably died for a long. The funny thing is about it is, after I said my interview, after I had my interview, George Floyd happened a month later. A crackhead criminal who was still unjustly treated, but a crackhead criminal who was still unjustly treated. A crackhead criminal who was still unjustly treated, but let's face it, probably died for a lot of reasons. Maybe possibly Derek Chauvin is one of the culprits, but it wasn't the only. The funny thing
Man,
is about it is,
as a Minnesota native, fuck Paul Malignaggi, bro. Real shit. You want to talk about George Floyd, bro? Disrespect him, call him man a crackhead and all this shit, bro. What? These motherfuckers, these racists too comfortable, boy. I'm telling you, what did I say? What did I say a couple months back when I had the yellow hoodie on with the green beanie? I said, boy, we need to start G-checking these motherfuckers because they out here too comfortable. Too motherfucking comfortable. Too comfortable. See, nigga like me, I make them uncomfortable. That's why they take pictures from afar. That's when I was at Wilder versus Fury 3. They taking pictures from afar. They ain't pressing the art man. See what art man about? Hell no, they not. Because they know I don't give off that energy where a fucking racist can just go say any old bullshit to me, to my face. Fuck out of here. Boy, wish a nigga would. You get your ass fucking slapped up with the heat around this bitch. Paula Malignaggi. Boy, I got it, man. I know a couple dudes, Paula Malignaggi, that get you out this game, boy. Stop playing games, dude. Stop playing games because we can get you out the game. Real shit. You want to talk about terrorize? What? Shit. You said AB inspired you and that fight got you into boxing, bro. Funny. Yeah, real shit. I'm 27. When that fight happened, when was that fight? Let me look. AB versus Paul and Malignaggi. Real shit. 2013. Yeah, in 2013, I was like, what? I think I was like 13, 14. 13, 14 around that time. Yeah, I was a youngin'. And to be honest, yeah, I knew Floyd, was watching Floyd and shit like that, but I wasn't like really fully into it because I was still young and I'm doing there's a whole bunch of other stuff to be involved with. You know what I'm saying? But I just kept on hearing about AB, because he was a young, funny, fly dude that's just funny as hell. And I ended up watching the fight, and I thought that was just one of the best things I ever seen at the time as a kid. Because it was just funny to see a guy get the waves, brush his hair, and then seeing him fucking beat up this loser and taking his bitch and his belt. Fucking yeah, that shit was fucking popping. And then it was on World Star Hip Hop. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Matter of fact, when was that fight? Yeah. Say you're about 18. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Around that time, I was like 18, fucking 17, whatever. Y'all get the fuck I'm saying. I'm over here on my aero shit. I'm on my aerospace shit. Yeah, but I was like fucking around 17, 18. But yeah, that's the fight that really put me on to boxing for real, for real. I was like a young dude. For real. That's the fight that really got me into boxing for real, for real. But that shit was just funny, dude. Just seeing that shit, man. Say you should tell AB he appreciate it. Say he'll appreciate it. Nah, real shit. And if I say that, people really gonna think that I'm fucking joking. Like I'm playing around. No, I'm dead serious. I was like, what, 16, 17 around that time. Watching that shit, laughing, enjoying that shit. Laughing my fucking ass off, dude. Said I remember EJ was carrying motherfuckers out in the pros and came up around that time. Yeah, dude. Shit's just, it's a lot of history, man, in this sport, dude. And I'm glad that I'm involved in this sport now, seriously, because I often think about things like these racist reporters and how they was able to like fucking just go out and just say whatever. All that shit's just coming to an end, man. I'm glad I got on Twitter because I'm on this motherfucker daily calling that shit out. I call it out every day. Motherfuckers get so mad. Speaking of 18, 17, whatever, these creeps are so weird. Tell me why today on Twitter, I was heating somebody up and they thought, oh, they can save the guy by fucking posting a picture of me when I was like 17. I'm like, yo, that's how you know these guys are creeps. And that's how you know I'm doing my motherfucking thing when they start doing creepy shit like taking pictures of you and posting it. You know what I'm saying? Weird shit. Said Floyd won. Nah, real shit. Here's the thing. I always watch boxing with my pops. My pops a big boxing fan. We always watch Floyd Mayweather fights at the crib, all that. But me independently, being a young dude, the AB fight is what attracted me because AB was that nigga. I don't know if y'all remember. AB was that motherfucking dude, man. He was that dude, man. I just remember them telling us, oh, dude, it's the next Floyd Mayweather. It's the next Floyd Mayweather. I remember that shit. But anyways, back to Bob and he's racist. Bob Arum is definitely a fucking racist. Has he said the word nigga in 90 years? Let me ask y'all that question. Do y'all think Bob Arum said the word nigga in the last motherfucking 90 years? So I'm 26. I thought you were younger than me, Art man. Nah, I'm 27. I got that baby face, but I'm 27. I just turned 27 a couple days ago, actually. But yeah. So you late, but you, hey man, we just been cooking, bro. We just been cooking, bro. Real shit. Like we were just reminiscing on the AB Paulie Malignaggi fight and how AB took his bitch and took his belt and left with a W. You know what I'm saying? That was my side piece. That was my side piece, bro. And if George Floyd was alive, he would have knocked your punk ass out too, bitch. I want to try to talk about George Floyd, nigga. Fuck you, boy.
Yo,
What's going on, man?
I'm not sure. How are you?
Shit, I'm over here about to smoke on this fucking Paula Malignaggi pack.
What the Monte Cristo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monte Cristos are not my favorite, but yeah, definitely should be like a cigar saying fuck Malignaggi.
Real shit. Now I'm putting it in my schedule to draw the fucking ass, to paint this fucking ass whipping that Paula Malignaggi got from Sean Porter or AB. I'm gonna hang that shit up in the crib.
Didn't he fight Lamont Peterson too? Didn't Peterson beat the shit out of him?
He got his ass. All I know is Paula Malignaggi got his ass kicked by a lot of black dudes in his time.
Yeah.
And fuck him. But shout out to my brother D Hive. What's going on, man?
Salute, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's
I
going on? Man,
Yeah, like I'm going to the fight tomorrow.
Oh, which one?
To
The Joe Smith joint?
To the Joe Smith Jr. Gift red card, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I haven't even done enough research on who all on the card, to be honest.
Yeah. But, Abraham Nova's fighting. Duke Reagan, he should be fighting, if I'm not mistaken. Troy Isley, he should be fighting.
Oh, what? Okay, it's a good ass. Shit, the card better than the main.
Yeah, pretty much. Omar Rosario should be fighting, and I'm not so sure who else is on the card, but I do know those names should be fighting if I do possibly see them.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
Man, you know, it's crazy. Like the Malignaggi thing, that's whatever. I expect him to say some shit like that. My thing is, why the fuck does boxing bring out the racism in people? Because, bro, Mario Lopez ain't got shit to do with nothing. That dude is a B-list celebrity host and shit. He goes to the wild card and spars like every week he talks about. But I'm like, bro, you getting ready to fuck up your mediocre career off of nothing? What the fuck is you doing over there? Who brought Mario Lopez into the fold? Because Steve Kim, I don't even know what the fuck he does. He's like Rick Glazer to me. I don't even know I don't even know if he's ever been inside of a boxing gym, but somehow he's known for talking about boxing. Aren't Rick Glazer and Steve Kim like? Didn't they get fired from ESPN or some shit?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So both of them niggas are disgruntled employees, which I get. What the fuck is Mario Lopez doing over there laughing for? Just dumb ass out here. Nobody give a fuck about you. Go back to Entertainment Tonight, you retarded motherfucker. Over here
Yeah, I
laughing
thought
about
he
some
was like
shit.
a movie actor.
Hell no, he ain't no movie actor. He goes on mediocre television shows and announces some shit because he got dimples. That
Yeah,
motherfucker was like
cause
a
I, cause I,
he was like a
cause I could
childhood
have sworn
star.
he was a fucking movie actor.
Hell no, he ain't no A-list movie. No, Mario Lopez don't do movies. He ain't got the chops.
Nah, man, fuck that piece of shit.
He was a childhood actor. I'm just like Mario. What your dumb ass doing over here? You were kind of cool until this bullshit. Now I gotta look at you some damn side eye. But real talk, I came on here because
I think he's a
not well. I
solid.
came on here because I was coming here, of course, to support. But we got like hours and hours and hours worth of cap that was spoken on this show. We listened to, I'm not gonna name any names, but we listened to some goofies caping for Bob Arum, talking about Crawford is this avoided duck person and Bob Arum has done nothing to stifle his career. Man, boy, oh boy, oh boy, the tables fucking turn. I swear. Hours upon hours worth of cap. You would think that these motherfuckers were on Bob's personal legal team the way they were standing up for Mr. Bob Arum. And for the second time in a while, Bud Crawford has told his fans to shut the fuck up. This shit is embarrassing. Like, it's getting embarrassing. Yeah, Gary, I like Duke Reagan. Yeah, that's the only yeah, because the nigga got dimples. Like that's all people talk about him for. He smiles and he got dimples. That's it. He brings fucking nothing else to the table. Yeah, I agree. He is kind of a fruity actor, and the thing is, he's not even an actor. He's like a mediocre TV show host. Like I don't know what the fuck he does.
Man, that nigga is a funny acting guy, Mario Lopez. Man, Steve Kim, fuck Steve Kim too, and Paul Malignaggi, and who else is on that show?
I
You think
didn't
that's it?
like. Yeah, and Paulie Malignaggi was just a guest, right? I think that's just Steve Kim's show or whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, man, D Hive. I would beat the fuck out of a lot of these dudes in the media. I feel that way. I know I could. Not saying that I
Definitely.
want to go out there and do something crazy that's gonna throw me in jail, but I'm just saying if you put us in the ring, I would beat the shit out of Paula Malignaggi, Steve Kim, Chris Mannix, rest of them dudes. Not
Kellerman.
Kevin Iole. I make that motherfucker
Oh,
have a heart attack. Right, that
most of these
bitch.
dudes, most of these dudes have no athletic history, and that's through ESPN, Sports Center, Top Rank, DAZN, all these motherfuckers. The black people are usually former professional athletes in whatever sports being covered. Everybody else usually barely even went to school for fucking journalism, let alone anything fucking important. Max
These
Kellerman is a
motherfuckers is dweebs. Oh, look at, I think that the black experience should be that nigga. Fuck you. How the hell you gonna be typing and telling what the fuck the black experience is, Steve Kim? Bitch, fuck you.
right, and that just goes into itself that the ceiling for black people to get into sports journalism is higher because going to school for fucking journalism or English and becoming a professional athlete, one is much more difficult than the other, significantly more difficult. It is harder to be a professional football, basketball player than it is to go to some fucking college and get a fucking degree in English. That just shows you how high the bar is set for black people in journalism, even let alone fucking sports. And you know what I found funny, Art Man?
What's
I
up?
remember, I remember not to denigrate Max, but I remember when Max put that post out saying that he feels that Lomachenko and Triple G and Usyk are discriminated against simply because they're white. Nobody told him to shut the fuck up and stop talking about race.
They agreed with him.
Right. So I'm like, so it's cool for like the 16-year-old non-black person to talk about race, but the adult black people who are old enough to drink, have sex with other adults, drive, and like pay taxes and vote and shit, we shouldn't be talking about race. Okay, cool. And Terrence Crawford damn sure shouldn't be talking about race. Okay, for sure. Let's all listen to just the kid who talks about boxing as opposed to professional boxers and adults. And I'm not denigrating him because of his age. I'm not doing that. I'm simply talking about the public reaction.
And I told Bax, I told him, I said, don't even discuss this Crawford shit because if I were you, I would just stay out of this shit because your fan base gonna run away from you if you start saying anything that sounds good towards
And
blacks.
you
You know what I'm saying?
and you're gonna embarrass yourself if you take Bob Arum's side because we got niggas being exposed. Imagine what they're gonna do with you.
Ooh, you see when I exposed that video today on Twitter, right?
Oh my god, they gonna sit there and act like they didn't say that shit for fucking hours, bruh. Literal hours of tape talking about how Bob Arum has done everything he could. Bob Arum did everything he could. These are niggas. Wow, I almost threw up in my mouth, bro. Like all these unsubstantiated situations where contracts got turned down. Oh, niggas was ducking. And for the second time, Terrence Crawford, this time on wax, has said, nah, it was Bob. Cause you notice Terrence Crawford never really talked that much shit about Errol Spence until that little weak ass video he did at the beach. It's all just his fans chirping, all his unpaid interns. Y'all just talking. You know what y'all are? Y'all are the niggas that like to talk about everything the cool kids did, and then when you get around the cool kids, you try to tell them that same story, and they're like, "Bro, you weren't even there. How you know?" That's y'all niggas. Y'all always try to be around the cool kids table, don't know shit, talking about, "Oh, remember that time we was smoking weed behind the bleachers?" Nigga, you weren't there. Shut the fuck up. No, get away, get out of here. Shoo. Y'all try to make a lot of noise on Twitter and comment other people's shit and bother people, but the truth of the matter is y'all don't know shit.
Winning fucking fantasy Twitter polls and shit.
Make,
Boy. And
make
that's why I'm
no
laughing at
sense.
that shit. Like, nigga, you guys are, y'all, this is what excites y'all?
They got to keep it a fantasy debate because the real debate they got debunked. They got debunked. This lawsuit debunks not just that video, but years of bullshit y'all been
Years.
spitting. Years.
Not weeks, years.
Because they were the ones that encouraged Bud to re-sign with Top Rank. They were like, shit, you can't get the fights PBC ducking. You might as well sign with Top Rank. Now
Now,
look at your stupid ass.
now don't you, it just feels good to be on the side of the truth because I had Negroes come tell me I wasn't a real Bud fan because I wasn't saying that 60-40 bullshit, saying that Bud shouldn't accept that. I wasn't saying that dumb shit. I wasn't out here fucking vouching for Top Rank out of all the companies in boxing. The fuck? I would never. I don't even vouch for PBC. What the fuck these niggas doing? What are
Right.
we doing here?
PBC promote more Mexicans than they do black people. They act like we don't know that. But I was wondering to myself today, I was like, why do Bud fans keep talking about PBC specifically? And then when Bud the lawsuit came out, I was like, oh, y'all projecting because y'all niggas love Bob Arum. Oh, so y'all think we have that same relationship with Heyman? No, homie. Heyman is just a dude. He's a black dude, so I support him on that. But he's just a guy to me, and he never talks to me. I never see this dude outside of pictures. I'm not on Heyman dick. I don't care about PBC. If anything, PBC needs to make more all black cards, in my opinion. But y'all niggas love Bob Arum because you can afford to watch his fights because he barely has any pay-per-view stars. Oh, so that's why, because y'all don't have enough money to keep up with PBC boxing. Okay, now it makes sense. So that's why you got a personal vendetta because hey, you feel like Heyman is specifically insulting broke niggas. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. This shit is personal.
And as we can see, these Bud fans don't understand business.
At all.
They don't
At
understand
all.
business because they're sitting here and saying, "How is Bob Arum racist when he paid this guy money?" Not realizing the money that was lost or the money that could have been made that he took away, the opportunity he took away from him. They don't even want to discuss that.
He took his Pacquiao fight. Do you know
It's
how much bread?
exactly.
Do you know how much bread that would have been? Not only guaranteed, but back end bread? Bruh. And you know what was funny? They were so ready to jump on Tim Smith's ass for him saying that shit. And then other niggas had to come out and post the video clip of Bob Arum repeating the same fucking words. That's why they had to back up. They were like, oh, look at Tim Smith, they ducking. People had to post the video of Bob Arum saying the same shit Tim Smith said. We don't have enough money to pay this motherfucker because he hasn't put in enough work at 147. That's not literally what he said, but that's basically a summed up version. We can't pay this motherfucker all this money because he hasn't put in enough work in the division. That's what Bob Arum said, and that's all the quote unquote Spence fans have been saying for fucking years in regards to his money demands. But then when Tim Smith said, all of a sudden your ears fucking work. Yeah, all right. Okay.
For those who don't know, one of the videos that we're referring to when it comes to the Pacquiao fight, this is the audio of Bob Arum.
Well, it's been the case.
Hold on.
Manny Pacquiao is a wonderful. Well, it's been the case. So you just have to hope. Manny Pacquiao is a wonderful person. He brought a lot to the sport. He does a lot for his country, and you wouldn't want to see him get hurt.
Would you have reservations if he said, next fight I want Terrence Crawford?
Well, I killed the fight. Well, it's been.
Well, I killed the fight. Nigga said he killed the fight.
Where were Bud fans? Where were y'all? What the fuck was y'all doing? Oh shit, y'all was worried about who the fuck Spence fighting. Worried about what Al Heyman doing, what kind of shampoo he put in his fucking head and shit. Well, what was y'all doing, huh? What was y'all doing? Because this video not new. This is what happens. Y'all over here running your mouth, talking shit, and your favorite fighters being held hostage. Y'all over here beefing with black folks that like Terrence Crawford. Meanwhile, Master Bob is running the motherfucking muck, robbing niggas blind, and y'all over here talking about what Heyman doing. Garbage. Y'all are the descendants of the niggas that snitched on Nat Turner. Y'all know that?
Yeah. And that's why these niggas laughing at me talking about some good luck proving that he's a racist. Nigga, bro, what the fuck type of is this exciting you? A brother's claiming he's being fucking racially discriminated and you think that's funny? You think it's funny that it makes you, man, I'm telling you, if Harry Tubman was alive, boy, shit. A lot of niggas will not make it.
Literally, like if we had our own society, the black on black murder rates would probably be as high, if not higher, eliminating all the damn coons. It's retarded.
Seriously, niggas over here laughing. Ha ha. Ha ha. Good luck. We're proving that in court. Ha ha. I'm like, boy, nigga, you think this shit is funny, dude? And that's why everybody laughing. Hold on. I'm not going to say the dude's name, but I'm just going to say one of the guys says, he says, Bob has been in business since the 60s. One of his business partner was Herbert Muhammad Ali. That stuff you quack in his cap. Bob is not racist.
Because he made some money while black people were working for him. I'm like, do you know how many rich white men that is in fucking history, bro?
It makes you wonder, like, and then the nigga look like he older than me. So I'm like, boy, you been living your whole life thinking like this?
And that's why I brought up Strom Thurmond. Again, history lesson for older niggas. Strom Thurmond was a U.S. senator. Vehemently racist, one of the most ardent segregationists after the 1960s, had a whole black family on the side, black girlfriend, black daughter he put through college and shit, never beat her, never did no crazy shit like that. Guess what? Hated they ass. Did all kinds of stuff in politics to make sure black people were at a disadvantage. It does not matter.
It was good, fellas.
Good, it was good.
How you doing?
Doing good. Hey, man, what do you think about these guys using Ali to oppose Crawford's new lawsuit?
What you talking about? Nico Walsh?
Yeah, it was his mother actually that came out.
Man, that bitch trying to preserve a bag for herself because of whatever reason. You know, Bob, they got a little. Daddy had a relationship with Arum or whatever, which was terrible by all accounts. And now they figure that Nico Walsh has a chance to try to bring a bag to the family, and that's all she's worried about. It's a standard position. I mean, look at her husband. I don't know what her husband does for a living, but You know, she got her son under the spotlight. She's trying to take advantage.
Very much so, man. Very much so.
Hey, somebody said this is what Terrence Crawford when he see Bob Arum in court.
You know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it.
That's what you're talking about, Gary Russell, right?
Yeah, when he said that's what they say if he sees Bob Arum in court. Niggas is funny as hell, man. Nah, but it's just like I'm just laughing.
I'm not even gonna lie. Bud would probably beat Gary Russell ass in the street fight. I'm just keeping it real.
Duh.
Like, he probably slap shit out of Gary Russell.
He gonna have to grab him
suplex
first.
some niggas small as shit, bro.
Yeah, Gary Russell gonna need a pistol. You know, have to pull some shit out.
But this whole Bob Arum thing, though, it's like, bro, the fact that people out here telling me things like, how can he be racist because he worked with black people? It's like, and these niggas is grown men saying this shit. It's just like real weird to me, bro. And I'm sorry, even if the guy is cool, I'm cool with the guy. Stuff like that. It's one thing that I don't joke around and think we can just continue to be buddy buddy. I don't play that shit when it comes to my race and the livelihood of my race, the future of my race. I don't like that shit. That's just not a game for me. I don't like that shit. I don't even like having open discussions when it comes to other people in my race. Fuck you, man. Like, you don't hear me have an open discussion on what your people should be doing. So why the fuck you think you try to tell me what I and my people should be doing? Real shit.
And also, I made a mistake earlier. I shouldn't say working with. I should say having black people working under him, because fighters don't work with promoters. That just sounds sweet, but when you sign to somebody, their job is to put you in situations where you can generate money for them. Yes, you get paid because of a lot of money is generated, but the promoter's first and foremost concern is making sure they not only break even but make profit. Otherwise, the business ceases to be profitable. Like, I had this discussion with the dummy about AJ. Promoters usually make more money than fighters, because how would the business fucking survive otherwise? How would it survive otherwise if all the fighters in a stable were out earning the fucking promoter?
Let me tell you, in this case, black labor, white wealth.
Oh,
It's
just
that
like
simple.
always.
I don't even understand why people just make it seem like it's so hard. Like, of course, if the talent is able to produce money for me, why in the world will I show my racial ways towards him openly? Why? It just doesn't make any sense. But you said plenty of black people work with and for plantation owners. Yeah, true. But what's going on, Jerome?
Man, I've been on this whole Polly Malignaggi thing, man, for the past couple of days, bro. You know?
Man, I finally decided to open up and listen to it today.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
now on the live stream.
Yeah, he was, you know, this isn't just like a national thing. This is a you got people from Ireland, England, Russia, all commenting on this particular matter and siding with Paulie. You know, so when it comes to these kind of issues, man, this isn't just something that's going on in America, man, and this way of thinking, man. This is all across the board and stuff like that. So you get fighters like Devin Haney that's going to Australia. You know, he's really gonna have to put it on this guy when he goes over there, just because of people's thinking and that stuff. And it's amazing to see how many people are siding with Paulie on this matter. And then you have Mario Lopez as well. That's in this. Like, people, I get Paulie's in this, but you have a figure like Mario Lopez that's affiliated with Golden Boy, and then you have those Golden Boy emails that came out with the guy calling Al Heyman. I'm not sure you
The
get
Black
fired with the
Hitler and
word.
the N word. Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
Yeah, so it's really like it's crazy. It's really all starting to connect together and stuff like that, you know. But it's crazy, man, to see that. So I really I kind of just been trying to push that video out and just get it out there just for awareness, just to see, just to get people to view it and
This guy says he
get that
lives
out
in
there.
Australia. Haney will
And
have to knock
and
Tanner
Paulie's
Lewis
on
out to
he's
win.
commentating a card tonight for ESPN. Yep.
Yeah. And that's why Eddie Hearn's talking about Saudi Arabia and shit, man. When he said that shit, I'm like, oh man, now I feel like this shit's not even. Now I feel like for sure this fight ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
When he started talking that Saudi talk.
And I was a bit conflicted because when Devin Haney, Bill Haney went on Fred's show and they were talking about, they were talking about the black athlete, the black fighter, and how we need to pull our resources together, and we should just, abandon abandon working with Top Rank, or he also said, Al Heyman and so on and so forth. But it's amazing that you have to move in a way of silence to really accumulate some type of wealth in this business and that stuff like that. And I think that's what Bill Haney was trying to say. I think that's what he was trying to say. He was saying that, we're going to get to a point where we accumulate so much wealth to where then we don't need them at that moment. And so it's crazy.
How's he gonna
man.
make that
It's
happen
crazy.
if they don't let him get in the situation where he's fighting for these legacy fights and shit like that, man? And I always bring it up, man. I honestly feel like when it comes to these fighters now, black fighters, back then they used to at least give them the opportunity, to fight the champion if they were, if they beat everybody on the list, where it's just like, damn, you got no option but to make the fight happen. Nowadays, it's like they completely don't even give the black fighter the opportunity anymore. It's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna deny you the opportunity, and I'm gonna create a whole nother situation where we're gonna praise the guy, for not fighting you and achieving so and so without fighting you. It's crazy, man. I feel like we should make awards for fighters who get ducked. Like appreciation, like Boogeyman of the Year award. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. To let the general public know that when it comes to these fighters, they're being blocked opportunities, man. It's not that they're not good. It's not like they're terrible. They're just being blocked. Opportunities are being blocked from them. Like Andre. Dimitri Andrade. Look at his situation. He was supposed to have a fucking Canelo fight and the Triple G fight by now. How the hell can you be signed to the Zone with these niggas? They don't even mention your name, bro. Shit's crazy. How do y'all feel about that? That whole Chris Mannix, the Zone, Andre, Triple G, Canelo situation.
Well, we already know what it is. So Triple G, he got shares in the company in the Zone, which a lot of people still don't realize. So he got a little bit of pull. He's trying to go out on a big bag. He ain't trying to get smoked like that. He's using the same logic Arum used with Pacquiao. He's like, shit, he getting up there in age. I can't be putting up in there with these niggas because they're going to break his ass off horrible. He's going to be in a situation where he might be walking different, talking different. So he's like, I don't want to go out and all that. But if I do, I want to break bread with Canelo because he's a certified superstar or whatever. So I want to get that money, and then I'm going to ride off into the sunset. Chris Mannix, dude, like I don't even know why he keep bullshitting. We all smelled you. We all smell you. You stink. I don't even understand why you're keeping up the facade. Is it so you can sleep at night? So you can be like, well, technically, I'm Andre's biggest supporter. You know what? That's why when Sergio Mora was sitting at the table, he was quiet because he knew he was bullshitting Andre.
He sure didn't say nothing. I need to watch that shit again.
Yeah, he didn't say. Sergio Mora is a piece of shit, and he didn't say nothing. He didn't like the other dude was trying to defend Mannix. Sergio Mora was just like, shit. I mean, you on the same bullshit I'm on. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. We both don't like Andre, and you know this. So yeah, Sergio Mora was sitting there. I keep forgetting the other dude's name because he's so fucking irrelevant. But yeah, Chris Mannix hasn't pulled no fucking weight, and the only thing he's been talking about is across the street fights, which is on purpose. Because he knows that
it's not it's not going to get made anytime soon. So
precisely.
He's like, yeah, of course. I want to see you in there with those guys.
He's not even pushing. He's not even pushing for fucking Munguia versus Andrade. And like I said, the WBO president told me on Twitter that Munguia passed on that shit. I'm like, nigga, for what? But all of a sudden, people talking about, Andre shouldn't duck Janabek? Bruh, Janabek got the same fucking credentials as Murata. First, y'all saying he's ducking Benavidez by not going to 168, even though Benavidez with the WBC, so that shit don't make no sense. Now, all of a sudden, if he goes up in weight, he's ducking Janabek, who's a top ranked fighter? Like, man, bruh. Like I said, I don't know why Chris Maddox is
Now,
still
when he
fucking
kick his
pretending.
ass, they're gonna be like, "What does he deserve to? How does he don't deserve Canelo fight? Only person he beat was Janabek, and who was that guy?"
Like I said, I don't think him. I said from the beginning, I don't think that Charlo and Andrade are ever getting a Canelo fight because it would have been happened already. While the shit was sweet. And you know, but yeah, no, they're doing this to push this narrative. And what's most important is that it's not just about denying black fighters opportunities. It's about establishing a narrative of superiority. Of that, even when a black person has a champion,
Exactly.
it's programming future boxing fans like kids to understand that a belt means less when a black person has it, and it means more when someone that's not black has it. And that's how we're gonna do that. It's establishing patterns. It's like training dogs.
Yeah, like they don't see the value in a black fighter, as if we can't sell pay-per-views and put asses in seats and that stuff like that.
Right.
They
And
want
that's
they
been proven to be some cap.
right. Well, I mean, Loma hasn't even become a pay-per-view star. Like they say, he's the best thing since sliced bread. They put the Ali tag on him, the better than Floyd Mayweather tag on him. He still can't sell a damn thing. Well,
Me
he
and
ain't been on
Lomachenko got
pay-per-view one time.
I was gonna say me and Lomachenko got the same number of pay-per-view buys in America. We got the same number. Fucking
Yeah.
zero.
They didn't keep pushing this. They didn't keep pushing this narrative, man. And
We got
so
2 L's, no belts, somehow top 10 pound for pound. The fuck?
they don't want to let him go.
Nah, I think now with this bullshit, Bob Arum gonna have to sacrifice his ass to hungry ass Shakur. Cause now all of a sudden, like our man said, all of a sudden Valdez and Shakur looking sweet. That shit looking makeable.
Yeah. What did I
Yeah.
say? What did I say? What did I say?
No shit, is that Midwest?
Yes, sir. Miss Midwest, where Esau and them at, man?
Oh shit! I didn't even know I was in the motherfucking show. What's up,
Man.
This is like, nah, man. Ain't no way he's racist, dude. Ain't no way, man. But nah, what you think? What you think about this whole situation, Midwest?
Well, I really don't really care too much to talk about it that much and shit like that, because people ain't really gonna like what I got to say, and it's not really something I'm gonna down the hill on. Like I don't know Bob Arum. I don't really give a fuck about Bob Arum. I don't, but I ain't never met him. Is he racist? Shit, maybe. But my thing about it is Crawford's gonna lose the case. Like there's nothing he can do to win the case because you can't prove anything you're claiming for him to have done to you, or you can't really prove him to be racist in court when he's gonna have like like you already see it happen on Twitter. He already got Layla Ali on there talking about, oh well, my dad supported Bob Arum, so he's not racist. He's gonna have like a million more fucking fighters do that. The case just seems unwinnable to me. Like one of the things I was reading in the article, he was saying he promotes his white and black, I mean his white Mexican fighters more and stuff like that. And I'm like, you can't prove that in court because he's going to go, oh man, well you're the only fighter I put on fucking pay-per-view.
And also, you're the only fighter that I put on the smear campaign. Oh wait, no, you're not. I did that a lot for who else I did that to? Regan Dow.
Yeah.
I told the general
There's-
public that that was the most boring shit I ever seen, even though he just whooped the guy that was the heavy favorite, right?
If they
Yeah.
could, if they could show a pattern, then they have a case.
That's the point. Once he brought up the racist shit into it, he would have to show a pattern against black fighters. And I don't think he would be able to do that.
What do you think about the whole him blocking the Manny Pacquiao fight and him saying it on audio? How
Well,
do you feel about
that's
that?
the thing. He didn't say that. Y'all got to listen to the whole interview.
Okay,
What's
I
the
can play
next?
it.
Yeah, dude had asked him right now if he was to do it, this and that. He said I would kill it. He didn't say I killed the fight. Like, oh yeah, I stopped that fight. Because you got Crawford on camera saying, "Oh yeah, Bob Arum tried to make that fight." You got Freddie Roach on camera saying, "Yeah, Bob Arum was trying to make that fight. I didn't want that fight from Manny Pacquiao."
Yo,
You got Pacquiao's team on camera talking about, "Yeah, he tried to make that fight." So you
I know
can't prove
that
in
sounds
court.
tremendous. But check this out.
Yeah, but you get now. I heard it. That's you got to listen to the
Well,
whole interview.
it's been the case. So you just have to hope. Manny Pacquiao is a wonderful person. He brought a lot to the sport. He does a lot for his country, and you wouldn't want to see him get hurt.
Would you have reservations if he said, next fight, I want Terrence Crawford?
Well, I killed the fight. Well, it's been.
I mean, what else do you need to hear besides "I killed the fight"
He said,
from the
"I
lead
kill
promoter?
it."
Well, the thing about the whole situation is that the case as far as racial discrimination is going to hedge upon two things. I haven't read the formal complaint yet, but one thing is that the MDF list proving the validity of that is going to be one. So they're going to need to subpoena some individuals to testify if it's found that Crawford has standing and it's actually allowed to go into litigation. They're going to have to sign affidavits and do all that. Number two, it's going to hedge upon a potential breach of contract situation with Crawford missing out on a particular fight. I don't recall which year it was, but Bob Arum was supposed to give him a fight, and I believe there was an issue. There was a contractual issue similar to the situation that Mikey Garcia went through, into where it was supposed he was being coerced into re-signing or coerced into signing a contract in order to get another fight, which he was promised, which I believe still didn't happen. So at least that's what Crawford alleges. So it's going to hedge upon those two things specifically, and then from there, then other individuals that are called in to submit testimony, sign affidavits, and do all that should be able to corroborate the rest of the patterns of racism, in addition to probably some former fighters.
He
Yeah,
also and
the fight you talking about that he was supposed to be promised, it wasn't a fight. He was promised to offer someone a fight in 2020. They were supposed to send Errol Spence an offer in 2020, and that's where that breach of contract come in. But Bob Arum is going to win that because what happened in 2020? Errol Spence flipped the Ferrari, so I couldn't send him a contract because he was injured.
he flipped
Not
the he
necessarily.
flipped
That's
the
not what I
Ferrari at
heard
the end of
though.
November.
That's not what I heard about no offers about him
Yeah,
getting a
they're supposed to
fight and
send. They're supposed
additional
to.
getting a. And I heard he was
They're,
supposed to be getting an additional $900,000.
yeah, for missing out on the Errol Spence fight in 2020.
Right, but still, the principal, which is Bob Arum, still has the obligation to send the offer despite the circumstances. So, if an offer was never sent, or another alternative clause was never acknowledged, that's the reason why the offer wasn't sent, it still represents a breach of contract. You have to make
It
another
won't not in
agreement.
court. In court, it won't. Everyone will understand. Like, oh, I couldn't send him a contract. Motherfucker was injured. He just flipped a Ferrari.
No, that doesn't mean that you couldn't send them a contract, especially
It does.
it doesn't. You have the ability to send the individual a contract, but the issue is that the fight couldn't have happened because of his injuries. But the contract could have been backdated, it could have been prodated, or you could have come up with another alternative agreement with Crawford in lieu of the contract. So just,
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it was already in the contract. Remember what his contract said? Every fight that you don't get the Errol Spence fight, I have to give you such and such amount of dollars. So he put up his end of the bargain.
if he didn't send a contract with Earl Spence or make an alternative agreement, understanding that the initial contract language wasn't actually he didn't actually keep up with the original obligations of the original contract, then he's still in violation. It does The circumstances that are external to the contract don't actually matter, don't actually pertain to the contract. You still have to carry out the responsibilities therein.
Hmm My
He's
thing is, I
also
think he should focus on, and I don't think he should call it slender, but I think he should focus on, uh, what would I say? I would word it as he'd hurt my profile by saying that I make him lose out on money. That's what I think he should focus on during the case, because that's where he
Well,
can win at.
well, that's that. To
He
me, that
failed
seems
in
like.
making him
a
a pay per view
slander.
star by publicly slandering him.
Well,
Well,
I was gonna say
it wouldn't be slender. Because if they can prove it to be true, it's not slander.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say. That seems like the most unwinnable portion because if Bob Arum could show ledgers showing where the fights actually lost money, that would make Terrence Crawford look like an idiot.
No. That's only if you try to
He c-
call it
use pay per
slander.
view
Don't
numbers.
yeah no
If he could
don't
use,
call it slander. Just say, hey, he fucked up my profile when he put out to the whole world. Did I make him lose out on money?
It
That's a
was a
much
Now
more
smear
you know.
difficult.
campaign.
The
yeah,
smear campaign bit is a much more difficult case to prove in court than legitimate breach of contract clause.
I don't know if he breached any contract though, because I remember Mike Garcia didn't even win.
Mikey,
like he did win.
Yeah, nah, not no money. He just got let out the contract.
yeah, in exchange, yeah, he the only financial
That's what he was.
compensation he
But that was
received
the.
is foregoing foregoing the cost of voiding the contract. Yeah.
He's using bad statements that Arum also used against Floyd Mayweather out in Al Haymon as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, and I don't know if that's gonna stand up either, because I think he's trying to use those for to prove he's racist, racially biased. When now Bob Arum got to say, hey, I make those same statements about Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, like I said, I got to read the complaint sometime either tonight or tomorrow. But hopefully, if he focuses on the investigation into the MBF list and has some subpoenas and get people on wax talking about that via signed affidavits, as well as the potential breach of contracts, those to me are the strongest points of any sort of legal discrimination case, especially if you're seeking civil damages. Everything else is kind of conjecture and based on perspective. But it would also, I don't know if Crawford is filing for a bench trial or a jury trial, but that's going to weigh heavily as well.
Hey, they said this nigga Bob Arum loud. This nigga was hosting fights during the apartheid in South Africa. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he says that okay, what about this? When Crawford says that Arum fa- uh deliberately failed to build him into a pay-per-view star, instead publicly criticizing him for not attracting enough views.
As far as that pertaining to the lawsuit,
Yeah.
that's his understanding of the situation. But again, that's pretty
That's
subjective.
busy. Yeah, that's hard to prove. You can't like say that he failed to build you into a pay per view. Let's be honest about Top Rank. Let's be honest. Top Rank has never been known for making pay per view stars to begin with. Outside of Manny Pacquiao, they've never really built pay per view stars like that. They're known for making top level competition. That's what they're known for, making top level fighters, elite fighters. Building pay per view stars, not so much and stuff like that. And you can't say that he failed to build you into one when the fact is, out of all the fighters on the stable, you make the most money. You've been on pay per view the most. So you had the most opportunities. So I don't think like he failed to make you a pay-per-view star. It's just sometimes it's not in your motherfucking calling. Like everybody can't be a pay-per-view star.
Yeah, that one to me doesn't come off as the strongest argument. I mean, definitely throw everything in the kitchen sink at this thing, throw everything in you can. But to me, that doesn't seem like the strongest point to show the discrimination.
To me, I will focus on the second half of that. Like he deliberately said I make him lose on money and can't sell. That I feel like that's where you can win your case at. That's where you win your case at. Like even if it's true, he don't have to put that out to the public. You don't see no other promoter doing that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely focus on things that Bob Arum has said on air. The discussion about the MBF list as far as Top Rank's operations and matchmaking, because that could have affected a bunch of other people's careers as well. In addition to the potential breach of contract, that's his
Polo
best.
says Miguel Cotto was a pay-per-view star. Fuck you talking about Midwest?
Well, Cotto fought a lot of paper. Cotto fought pay per view stars. I don't think he was one himself. Like he fought Canelo, he fought Mayweather, he fought. I think he fought fucking
I
Who was a
said
Margarito
since
pay-per-view
Manny
that he
Marquez.
did
Pacquiao.
that did numbers? Was
He
Zab
fought
Judah on
Pacquiao.
pay-per-view?
That was before Pacquiao. I said since Manny Pacquiao.
No, Zabzu wasn't
Yeah.
on pay per view.
Hell no.
I don't know, man.
I mean, his
Uh,
job is matchmaking. So if he couldn't secure him those fights, especially in the welterweight division, then It's not Crawford's job to secure his fights. It's Arum. He pays him. That's what he pays him for.
Man, that shit's just crazy, dude. So what do y'all think about so I honestly feel like they might have to go to another arbitration to settle that
To
shit.
be honest, if I'm being honest, I think a judge just throw the case out. I'm like, nah, he like nah, all this shit is circumstantial.
You sound like you want them to throw the case out.
Nah, I feel like they would do them how they actually did Canelo. Remember when Canelo was trying to shoot his own the first time and they made him change up his motherfucking case like 2, 3 times before it was like actually going to allow to go to a judge and shit like that. I feel like that's what they're gonna do to Crawford. Like, nah, that's not gonna hold up. We have to like
My thing is,
switch that up.
you think Mike, the same lawyer that Mikey Garcia had, is going to be like, you know what? Even though this is not enough to take it to court, I'm still going to accept your money and take it to court. Even though he knows it's not going to be strong.
Well, that's his job as an advocate. An attorney is supposed to be an advocate for you at the court, and he could advise. But if Crawford wants to push it to trial and he has the money to see out civil litigation, then that's his prerogative. But no, the case against Bob Arum is been building for the better part of a century, and Crawford's case specifically on its face may not be the greatest, but then again, we don't know what Crawford has as far as evidence, because the good thing about litigation is that once a judge determines that Crawford has standing and litigation starts, both sides get to subpoena anything that they want. So
they gonna open them books.
Exactly. So this is why Tyson Fury didn't want to risk a lawsuit with Deontay Wilder as far as multiple fights and preferred the arbitration, because litigation is what makes lawyers expensive, why they earn so much money. It's a long, protracted process. And I say this as a person that's worked at multiple law firms as a paralegal. Litigation is an incredibly long and tiring process. But the thing that makes it hard is that both sides get to subpoena evidence. And these subpoenas can be short or they can be long as hell. Some of these subpoenas are the size of briefs themselves, or like 50 pages worth of items, documents, dates, times. And every time the other side doesn't successfully answer a subpoena during the discovery process, they look horrible and it's a strike against them. So we don't know what evidence Crawford is going to bring to bear. We don't know who is going to subpoena. We don't know what these people are going to say under oath via signed affidavit.
Elvis Rodriguez guy?
It could be anything.
Contract? For what reason again?
He lost.
Yeah. They can literally subpoena anything, rather it's related to if it's even remotely related to any potential part of Terrence Crawford's case that shows racial discrimination against not against only black, but against any group for that matter. You can put a subpoena on it.
Then I could have swore somebody said they had like some footage of or some writing of Bob Arum saying that he doesn't really spend too much time with dark Latinos. He feels like he can't promote them that well. Like Rigondeaux and Elvis Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, like Cameron Duncan said, that the matchmaking was going based off of a system to protect other fighters from black fighters. And if you can look up the fight patterns for fighters like Rigondeaux, Elvis, Crawford, etc., and the matchmaking decisions that went into it, I mean, shit, he could have pulled a fucking Candace Owens and recorded some shit. We don't know. We don't know what the fuck he got in there.
Who was his last black superstar?
Arum?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, has he built a black superstar while they were under Top Rank? Was it fucking Ali, Hagler? One of them?
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody else
wouldn't even sign.
You mean as in pay-per-view superstar or just black elite superstar?
Black elite superstar.
White Floyd.
Sugar Ray Leonard?
Did Floyd reach his elite status while signing the Top Rank? Because he was signed on for 10 years, right?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah. He
96 to 06.
Like, most of his title shots and shit like that. He reached it there. That's when he became an elite fighter. He didn't start making like the most money till he left. But he became an elite fighter over there.
Okay. It was 96 to 06, right? Like Floyd's tenure with Top Rank.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is a step in the right direction, and most importantly, no matter the success or failure of Crawford's lawsuit, it's a general success because now hopefully fighters start paying closer attention to their situation, and hopefully, if other people have evidence, they can either contribute to Terrence Crawford's case as far as testimony, or any other physical evidence, or they can bring cases of their own.
Yep. Because, it's not like Terrence. The fact that we all hear this news, right? But who's really surprised that something is being brought to fucking Bob Arum?
Mm-hmm.
Who's really surprised at the end of the day? And you know why we're not surprised? Because we all know it. We know it. Everybody's banking on, well, can he prove it in court? It's not that, it's not true, but can he prove it in court? And I'm like, dude,
But
I get it. Trust me, I
Well,
understand
that's
most
that's really the
definitely.
only thing that matters and stuff like that. Like if you can't prove, my thing is, I don't think he really cares to prove it in court. If you want my idea, I think it's get back. Oh, okay. You said I can't sell. I make you lose money. You want to smear my name? Okay, bet you fucking racist. I'll put that out there into the world and shit like that. I don't even think he really want to take it to fucking court. I think he's the one to put it out there. Like
there's
for
no
like,
promote. There's no promoter that wants to touch him right now. Eddie Hearn's
yeah,
come
it
out.
really
Like,
is
there's no
because
point. Like
of what
he
the
said,
fuck he said.
I don't want
Yep,
to touch. Like, no, I don't want him. I don't want Crawford. Then you have Tim
yep.
Smith that comes out. Oh, he's asking for too much money. Or I don't want to. I don't want to disrespect him because he want. You know what I mean? Because of his accolades, and we don't want to get. We don't want to lowball him. He hasn't
Mm-hmm.
been built up to be a
Mm-hmm.
pay-per-view attraction.
Yep, true. And I think what Crawford trying to do, get revenge on that, like, okay, I just come out in
Hmm.
public and say you racist. Not no
Yep.
motherfucking new amateurs gonna want to fuck with you. Nobody gonna want to sound with you no more. Nah,
But
Crawford
these
said you
these
racist,
motherfuckers, they
nigga.
don't even care. They don't
Nah, they
care.
don't. These motherfuckers want the bag.
They
How
don't even
does
care.
Floyd Mayweather's purse explodes after he leaves Bob Arum? Can anyone tell me that?
Because he cut the middleman out.
Mm.
The middleman with a racial agenda.
Hmm.
And people want to act like that shit don't exist. Like, bro, stop playing fucking games, dude. Just this whole week alone been pissing me off because it's like, yo, why all these people feeling the need to speak on what black people going through? Like
Hmm.
Paul
He's.
Malignaggi, it's like attack on the fucking black right now.
Hmm.
Let's
I
be
mean,
real. We
you
coming,
even have
bro. We being attacked from all sides right now.
you even
We
have
being attacked
statements
from
of
all sides right now.
Bob
Let's be
Arum
fucking real.
commenting on the appearance of a black fighter. Just go back to when Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, when he was commenting, when he was saying that, Oscar De La Hoya, what I mean, he was talking about how Oscar De La Hoya looks and that stuff like that. He's like, Floyd, he's a good looking, but Oscar De La Hoya, he just appeals to the women and so on and so forth. So
Yeah, like let's be real,
like,
man.
it's like that, man. Like, dude.
So Miss Jackson said, "Man, we are the most feared race on the period." And I was just telling my little brother that. I was telling my little brother that. I was like, "Man, don't ever feel like you down and out because you black. Like, man, there's a reason why they're doing all this to compete with you. They don't like us, man. They love us, but they hate us. They wish they can be us. But that shit never make me feel down. That shit makes me feel great. Nigga, like, what the fuck?
Right. Do you
Real
think he
shit,
had a
man.
provision in his contract to buy himself out?
You said what?
Do you think Crawford had a provision in his contract to buy himself out?
He did. Remember when they was like, oh, you could he could get out his contract early, or he could have the last fight on it. Remember, I think he was like in January of last year, like um they was talking about he can buy himself out the contract. It was after Bob Emmer had said, "Oh, I lose money on this motherfucker every time you go out there and fight." He was talking about he can buy himself out, or he could have his last fight. His last fight was a quarter fight.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's the
Real shit,
part.
Miss Jackson.
That's the part I hope they don't focus on because that's the most. That's where Bob Arum has the most ammunition because he could just simply produce a ledger, balance sheet, voided checks, etc., and show like, look, I'm over here losing money. So clearly, I I have personal care and affections for him because I'm willing to finance his ventures that don't earn me any profits. You
But
know, shit like
motherfucker,
that.
you could have made that type of money if you didn't kill the Manny Pacquiao fight.
But you know what's the part I hope they don't focus on? I hate when he brought in like other fighters into like, oh yeah, he's racially biased and shit like that. Look at that's why Floyd left. That's why Manny come on Mikey left and stuff like that. Cause like he could just easily go like, okay, that shit happened in 2006. Since then, you've signed 3 contracts with me. So what's the problem now?
Yeah, motherfuckers getting bro. You think Elvis them people might testify?
I don't think I I don't know.
It's gonna be
Maybe
hard. It's gonna be hard
yeah.
for Latino fighters to make a case against Arum because that's his focus. Even on his Wikipedia, it even says he gives them special attention and focus. So
Yeah,
Latino,
but not
Lat,
not
yeah,
Latinos of a darker complexion.
It's not only that. It's
that's gonna be
Boxer
hard
can
to.
call more people as a character witness than Crawford can call against him.
Well, the thing about that is that character witnesses they help if it's a jury trial before a bench trial, unless they're signed under affidavit. Unless they're signed on an affidavit testifying on Arum's behalf, it's not going to matter too much, and it's not going to be admissible in court. That's just a lot of good faith stuff. Not to mention, Crawford could retort and say, "Well, those people received." Per fight or adjusted for inflation, more compensation than I did. So justifiably, they're happier with their situation.
I
And
know, but
Layla,
then it would still throw out the racial bias thing, though.
well, like I said, it depends on if they're trying to convince a jury or if it's a bench situation. If it's a jury situation, yeah, they'd have a problem. If it's a bench situation, outside testimony most likely won't even be admissible in court. So
Mm-hmm.
it just depends on what Crawford is after.
Yeah, I agree with 7 Cents. 7 Cents, are you a black dude in Australia?
What do you say? I can't read it yet.
He says they have essentially reinstated the colored title dichotomy with the franchise BS screwing over the likes of Haney, Charlo, etc. Wilder's power beat the game for a while until they cheated him.
He
Mm-hmm.
said, "Let me on."
What's going on, 7 Cents? I ain't never
Hey,
seen you
mute my
before.
mic real quick.
Hey man, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, damn, you really from Australia, huh?
Yeah, no,
What
I
what
was
what time is
born
it
in the
over there?
UK, but it's in the state I'm in. It's 1:24 p.m.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
But anyways, yeah. So I see what you wrote right there, and I honestly agree with you, man. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
yeah, man. Like I don't even care about boxing anymore. Like Wilder got me back into boxing because I knew that he's just knocking everyone out, so they couldn't rob him with the judges or whatever. Excuse me. But I do think it was a failure for a lot of boxing media outlets by the fans on the internet to even allow that third fight to happen. I think there was enough evidence as to where
What with what
Fury
fight?
should not have been able to fight again. Just how obvious the cheating was in the second fight. It's like that has just set a precedent for black fighters to be fucked over even more, in my opinion. I said that to Drew Titan a few weeks back, and he took it the wrong way, I think. But what's the solution? I think it is, unfortunately, another belt, another promotional company, which actually enforces the mandatory thing. And I mean, you're not going to change these people. All these fucking promoters are the same. Eddie Hearn, fucking Mauricio Soleimani. Yeah, he's not a promoter, but I mean, look how obviously
He wants to
racist
be.
that guy is. All that shit he does. I mean, nothing's changed. It just keeps getting worse. And if this Haney fight happens with George, Haney's going to have to knock him out, and because like the judges here are just they're so fucking corrupt.
And I feel like that's why Eddie Hearn is trying to make the fight not be in Australia.
Potentially, but why has Haney been signed with Eddie Hearn all this time? And because he's with Matchroom, isn't he?
No, he's a promotional
Nah,
free agent.
he
Oh,
fucked
okay.
up though signing with him. And like my thing was, it fucked his career up to be like that young and that early into your career, and you worried that much on the business side and making that much money because nobody gonna want to fuck with you after that because they're not gonna want to pay a fighter that young, that early in his career, that much money for fights and shit like that. And I feel like that kind of fucked him up right there.
Yeah.
Haney's making money. I'm glad to see it though. I really am.
But he is being publicly just fucking insulted every week,
Daily.
in my
And I feel
opinion.
like
And it's
somebody
like
should
there's
call him
Not only
out.
no.
insulted, he's being publicly humiliated by Mauricio Suleiman. Like it seemed like once a month this motherfucker get on Twitter and like disrespect Devin Haney. I keep saying it, nobody want to believe me. If Devin Haney want to get some attention for his fights, next time you see Mauricio Suleiman, he should slap the fuck out of him on camera.
Did you guys see
Real
that
shit or
thing
shove him.
when it
Real
was
shit. Like,
Reggie Owens
fuck
on?
you. Throw this belt in the
Uh,
trash. Because
did
the
you
fact
see?
that I feel like
Yeah,
that's
I
the
seen him
case
when he
right
called him a
there.
racist.
Yeah, because he was saying like you don't support your black fighters, and Reggie did a live stream that day and after barbershop conversations, and that was the first live stream I ever went on, and Bill came onto it, and I said, you know what? Because Mauricio said, oh yeah, I do support black fighters. I said, yeah, Mauricio supports black fighters the same way a fucking rope supports a hanging man. Like, it's just so fucking obvious, man. Because Bill Haney was talking about, well, people were asking him on the show, like, maybe Devin should just throw the belt away because what the fuck's this belt? Like, that George is undisputed now. Like,
something in me
it's
wants to
worthless
believe
belt.
that the WBC and Haney has some type of relationship where he's not paying sanctioning fees and shit like that.
Man, if he is, that's
Because
bad.
if he is, boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
You know
I
they
don't
getting
know.
that bread. You know they getting that
Getting that
bread.
bread, D-Hive?
They ain't getting no discount. You see how they treat him in public? They paying every fucking dime of that shit.
He said, nigga, I'm finna get on the internet and disrespect you, and you still gonna pay me.
Because Devin Haney knows that as soon as he gives up the belt, that's free. That's free fights for Lomachenko, Tiafimo, and whoever else. They're gonna jump on that shit like a bitch in heat.
It's somehow going to turn. It's going to turn right back into the world belt.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking.
Or I feel like
Yeah.
if Devin Haney do some shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Mauricio Suleiman let somebody fight him on the clan.
Yeah,
Real shit.
I think he just wants to give that belt to Ryan, and then they'll fucking promote him the way they should.
That's
be
what they
promoting
really wish
Haney.
it was. They wish Ryan had that green belt.
Ryan should have
God,
whooped his ass then.
him and Canelo on every fucking magazine. And I feel
Yeah,
like
Ryan
Canelo pissed off that Ryan not doing shit either. He's like, dude, what the fuck? We
Yeah,
got the blueprint laid out for your ass.
Canelo didn't expect Ryan to be so pussy. He was like, "Ah, damn, I done gave this man all kinds of attention and traction, and he's a whole bitch." Damn.
Literally.
He's like, "Fuck."
As
He's
much
like,
shit
"I
as I
didn't."
talk about Canelo, at least the motherfucker is a fighting man and he wants to fight.
Yeah, he's like, "Damn, I done talked this man as one of my potential successors, maybe the next Oscar De La Hoya, and he's a whole bitch. He don't even want to fight. God damn it."
Bro, they gave this nigga the stimulus package like a motherfucker. Like, how do you fumble that?
And
Even if you
recent
went in there and lost to Tank, bro, on a 12-round decision, your career can still blow. But instead, the nigga choose not to fight at all.
in his recent training videos, he does not look like he can make 135 easy. He look big. He look
shouldn't
big
even
as
try
hell.
it. I wouldn't even try it.
But who he gonna be? Who gonna be his introduction to the higher weight classes? He's in deep shit. He got himself in some deep shit.
His career will be over in a few years. Like I was gonna say, he's the next Broner, but Broner was actually fucking good at one point, and then he just jumped up to welterweight, didn't he? And he started trying to do shoulder rolls and shit. It's like he'll be relevant, but he's not gonna do shit. Yeah, and I don't think he's that good either. And it's like the same fucking training video every single time.
Crazy shit. Hey, so what you think about George Kambosos, man?
Well, like I know the domestic boxing scene here. I've been part of it, and he's always been the best lightweight here. Um, he's changed. I don't like how much he's changed since he became and got the belt. I don't like he looked like he was going to fight Haney when they spoke at that basketball place or whatever. But I think he's just going to start playing the game. But he is a solid fighter. Huh? Like I think he's he's not a shit fighter. But yeah, I don't think he's a real one.
Cold shit, man. Shit, at least you're honest, man. A lot of people say, "Oh man, my countryman, he's just the best, man." George Kambosos, he smokes all these guys.
What you think about Tim Tszyu?
So you think? Oh.
I think he's just flaring off his dad's name. Like one of the like people here just saw you fucking hear about. He's solid, but I can't see him beating any of the top light middleweights. Like he's just fighting domestic nobodies here.
Tim Tszyu versus Castano. Who you got?
That's that guy from Argentina, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
the champion.
Yeah, the Argentinian, he'll beat him. Like it's like a nostalgia marketing thing with Tim Tszyu because everyone loved his dad so much here, and I think they're just cashing in on the nostalgia. Like I don't think he's that good.
Did they love him before the Zab Judah fight or after the Zab Judah fight?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, did they love him before the Zab fight or after the Zab fight?
Well, yeah, that's the most famous one people bring up. But like, I'm 24. It's before me. I didn't watch any of this shit live. But I just know that it's always Jeff Fennick and Tim Tszyu when you hear all the older people going on about boxing.
Do you believe they cheated Wilder in the third fight?
Well, there was a late count, wasn't there?
Absolutely.
But I don't think that fight should have happened. Like, we got footage of fucking Ricky Hatton pulling down the glove in the first fight. Gloves fucking bending back and touching his forearms and shit. Like, man, I just wish that would have gone to court. And yeah, that's fucking sad, man. Like, I'm pretty much
but that comment
boxing
that you
after
made,
that.
Like you said, it sets the tone.
Yeah, it's going to make things worse.
I feel like that's true,
all
man.
These racist casuals, they know he was cheated, and it's just like, ha, ha, ha.
Because if you look at it, these people hate Tyson Fury. They don't even like him. They just like the fact that he was going to beat up on Wilder. But now they miss Wilder.
Yeah.
Crazy how that works.
Well, I'd still like to see Wilder take AJ out, and I wish that fight had happened. The whole 50 mil, and that's another thing I want to bring up. Like, a lot of people say, oh, it's about the bottom dollar. There is racism in boxing, but it's about the money. But it's like, there could be so much more money made if these fighters were actually allowed to fucking fill their potential and do what they're supposed to do. So it's obviously a lot deeper than that. But, yeah, I hope Wilder comes back. But, man, that was a bad knockout. He took a lot of punishment in that third fight. I hope he's doing all right.
Man, I was at that fight, and I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, Fury is a big motherfucker in there. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, Wilder looked big too, but Fury looked big in there. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Because I'm sitting in the midsection, and I'm like, I can still see like this guy looks fucking pretty tall from here.
I mean,
real shit.
How many pounds difference is it? Like 30 or something?
No, Wilder looked like a motherfucking. He was big. Wilder was big in that fight too, like bulky big, but he still looked. And that's the crazy part. Even Wilder looking that bulked up, he still looks small compared to Tyson Fury, which is crazy, man. And I was watching that fight live. Man, I ain't gonna lie. When Fury grabbed Wilder like this and like hit him with that surprise uppercut shit, I was like, dude, I thought it was already over for Wilder. Because I'm like, man, Wilder's probably fucking took too much damage from the second fight. Probably can't. His punch resistance is super bad. That's
I
what I
know.
was thinking. But then when he got back up and he dropped Fury, man, I damn near had a heart attack, man. I was like, yo, I thought it was over. I
Yeah.
literally thought it was over, just like the first fight. I thought it
I,
was fucking over. Turned
yeah.
around, you know what I'm saying? Dapped up my homeboy. I mean, not my homeboy, some random motherfucker I just met. Said, what's up? Got lit, turned around, and the ref is still on fucking 8. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking. Even the first fight, I mean, that was. How many seconds was that? It's fucking ridiculous, man.
And the fact, I kind of had an eerie feeling that night too, because I don't know if you guys seen it, but they showed it on the Jumbotron or whatever, like a little preview of like, they're just talking about boxing history or whatever. And they're talking about long counts and shit in boxing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you? I just thought it was weird. Like, why would you be showing the crowd long counts? And what is this? What do you like? Are you
Yeah,
guys trying to butter up the crowd to let them know that, hey,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, long counts
Reverse
happen in boxing. That's just
psychology.
part of the game. Nah, fuck that. What is this shit, man?
Yeah, they brought up the Buster Douglas one, didn't they? Oh
Yeah,
well,
I'm
Mike
like, dude,
Tyson had a long one too, and blah blah blah. So it's fair. But yeah, they're just like preceding that narrative and just
yeah. Fury's a
basically
7-foot coke owner.
gaslighting people like us as well.
And I believe he was on performance enhancing drugs in that fight too. Because how the hell do you go from getting dropped like that, and then in the later rounds, your stamina is just still fucking pitch perfect, where you
Yeah.
can dip under Wilder's punches and hit him with a hook and shit? Like, what?
No,
What is this?
he'd
And
be on everything.
he's bigger than him, dipping that low on that. And people are like, oh man, he's just that skilled, mate. No, it's not just that skilled, dude. You guys know what the fuck is up. The guy's clearly juicing.
He'd be on
Clearly.
everything. So in the second fight where the fucking camera turns off in his locker room, do you remember when he was getting his hands wrapped?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck me.
Dude, man, I wouldn't be surprised years down the line when we're all gray haired up, they're fucking admitting that, hey, man, some foul shit that happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. When it's time for him to retire and none of this shit matters, they're gonna be like, okay, fuck yeah, so I cheated the motherfucker, okay? I was scared. He hit me
Yeah.
hard as fuck. There was a lot of bread on the line. Kinahan had invested a lot of money in this shit. And I didn't want to go out like that. Okay. My wife was threatening to leave me. I needed to have a big fight and get back on top. I needed an excuse to stop doing drugs. And she was gonna take the kids. So I did what I had to fucking do. Boo-hoo, feel bad for me. I'm a drug addict, whatever. Sorry, Wilder. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. No, that's what'll happen.
And then he's
That's
gonna be
what
like, well, I
happens
did
with
tell
most-
you. I told you I cheated in the third. Remember, remember he kept on admitting it. He was not denying that shit. He was like, yeah, fuck, I did it. So what?
Yeah. That's what gypsies are known for. Like I've lived in Australia since I was 9. I was born in Manchester. And like the gypsies are known for that shit. They're known as being cheaters. Like that's literally what the word means.
Yeah, gyp.
But
Hello.
fucking, what about Nicholas Asbury? Like, there's no fucking padding in his gloves. What about
Like,
there was a
bro,
white
this is like
fighter in
something in
the
a
UK
movie.
who,
Like,
yeah,
leading
Y'all
up
never
to
seen
the
that movie
fight,
called
Tyson
what's that
Fury's
movie?
sparring partner shows us gloves.
Snatch.
He
Y'all
has
never
video
seen
proof
Snatch?
of the gloves, and then goes into the fight. And after the fight, his gloves are suspected of being tampered with. It's like, bro, if I was a detective, it should be open and shut case, bro. If
yeah,
things
but
were, if the
yeah,
justice system was supposed to be,
but there'd be some pretty powerful people, in my opinion, who would have been sitting around doing round tables with Fury, planning all that shit out. Like that was fucking.
It was strategic. And I always say it because his opponent's ignorance was perfect. Wilder, being the man that he is, he feels like, man, I got this God given talent. Nobody can take that away from me. I'm going to go in there and do what I have to do. But he didn't realize that, oh shit, man, these dudes are not here to play. Wilder dropped Fury in that first fight. Wilder thought it was over. You could see his reaction and everybody laughing, ha ha ha. He's thinking it's over because the man did this shit how many times before Fury? 40 times? Right?
Yeah, yeah,
So he's seen this before. Like, oh yeah, it's over. Lights out. He's not used to seeing the ref saying 1, 2, 3. Oh, get back to your corner. 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? He's not used
yeah.
to that shit. So he thought it was over. But man, my brother Lex, he always tells me, he's like, man, I kind of wish that Wilder had the mind frame of being a cheater too. Because it's like, how are you gonna beat this guy if you're not on the same level as him? Because he's on the max. He's on everything. Seriously, dude. They took advantage of him. And I feel like they took advantage of the racial disparities in America. They knew that if this white man went and beat our black heavyweight champion, we wouldn't really question it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't question it. What you think about that, D Hive?
Yeah, no, I'm of the same mindset. If you're gonna be in situations in which you know that the probability of your opponent being on performance enhancing drugs, I mean, it's a risk, but this is people's lives we're talking about. I was saying the other day, like if I find out someone tests positive for PED, I'm gonna look at them sideways and be like, "Damn, you a cheater." But also, if I find out their next opponent was fucking Canelo Alvarez, or something, how mad could I really be? I mean, you've been fighting your whole fucking life, and then all of a sudden you fighting Canelo. You just like shit. Well, he on some shit, so I need to be on some shit because how else is it gonna be 50-50? This motherfucker
Speaking of play, hey, speaking of play, I honestly feel like he thought about that too. He probably thought like, yeah, this motherfucker juicing, you a juice, whatever. And then when he gets in the ring, he's like, oh shit, this motherfucker really is on that juice.
yeah, he wouldn't throw his
Shit got
fucking
real
hand.
fast.
Uskatiki was bigger than Canelo, but he showed Uskatiki far less respect. He was in the throne with Uskatiki. With Canelo, he was like, "Oh shit, all right, let me calm down, son. Be careful, dance around, Philly shell up, whatever." He wasn't throwing at all. He didn't start putting it a little bit on him until like the 7th, 8th, 9th round, and then by the 11th, shit was over.
Could I chime in?
Go ahead.
All right. So ever since the Walder situation happened, most people that were, hating on Walder wanted to see this happen to begin with. And ever since Canelo has been hyped up to be this like ultra mega cash cow, it seems like that the racial double standards have been set pretty clear in stone that if you're not on the hope list and you're on the coincidental, the boxing establishment will have a certain politicized, you know, strategy to go up against you. And I think Deontay Wilder pretty much proved that, if you're not basically on their certain type of politicized like agenda, then they'll do any way, by any means possible, to try to get you up out of there, even if it means they have to do something extremely criminal and dirty to try to hurt you and manipulate, um, like basically your life. So I think everything that Deontay Wilder has gone through pretty much just shows, that the true corruption of boxing, that, that the sport is not properly regulated to the point where there's fair justice for everyone, and people don't really have like a proper say, coming into the game.
My dude, he who grease with fire says Pacquiao and Canelo, the only guys I know to ever go up in weight and start hitting harder. Real shit, man. And we got to talk about the performance enhancing drugs in this game, bro. It's like, come on, dude. It's like last night. It's crazy. Call me crazy, whatever you say. You can say rent free, whatever. But I was really thinking about it because on the timeline on Twitter, I saw Canelo versus Triple G one, and I'm like, it's like ninth round, 10th round. This motherfucker Canelo is tired, bro. He is tired, man. And he's throwing punches, uppercuts, He's like throwing the same, uppercut, left hook, right hook, uppercut, left hook, right hook. And it's just no steam on him. Like nothing. And then I go look at the Rocky Fielding fight, not the Rocky Fielding fight, the Caleb Smith fight, and I'm looking at the 10th round, and I'm like, this guy is. I know Caleb Smith is not the same guy as fucking Triple G. I get it, but I'm just comparing the two. Fuck it, because he threw the same, not the same amount, but just the amount, a bunch amount as the fucking Canelo fight or whatever, the first fight with Triple G. But anyways, I just noticed that Canelo Alvarez was able to throw a lot of punches and still have speed, still have stamina, and have an increased power at 168. Beating up on fucking Caleb Smith, punching his arm, making that shit get fucking swole. I'm like, yo, ain't no way, man. What is he doing? Is he going that hard in the gym where his stamina is increasing like that? Where he's able to fucking have power and speed like that? In the later rounds? Come on, man. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, he's obviously still on shit. And how long's he been on it? I mean, when he fought Floyd, he had like a completely different body type. I know it was at a lot lower weight, but his whole body's just changed, and I don't know. It's fucking weird.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude is fucking stacked. And D-Hive with that fucking great analogy, dude. I'm like, dude, it's true. Imagine if Mike Tyson was able to drop down to cruiserweight or fucking light heavyweight and still have his speed, muscle, and all that, bulked up neck and everything. Imagine that. He'd probably be unbeatable on that Clint.
Oh yeah, like Mike Tyson cheating.
Yeah, imagine if Mike Tyson was on that shit.
But the clenbuterol isn't that's more of a weight stripper. It's not really a steroid.
But it helps you retain your muscle, and all that, dude. Drop into that weight class, dude.
Yeah, like guys in powerlifting,
Basically,
use clenbuterol because powerlifting, like boxing, is defined by weight classes. And in powerlifting, you can win, you can increase your ranking and win more competition by being at a lighter weight and lifting more. It's called the Wilks coefficient. Clenbuterol allows you, like, let's say you're in the 198-pound class and you're squatting 700, benching 400, and pulling 700. If you take those numbers and go down a weight class or two, your Wilks coefficient goes up and you look like a stronger pound for pound lifter, and therefore you're in line to win more prize money and get more awards. The same applies to boxing. If you compete at 168 and you take that power down to 154, you're gonna do some damage. Like, imagine if De La Hoya had fucking like stayed at lightweight his whole career. He was smoking motherfuckers. He was bullying dudes. It was a fucking slaughter. It wasn't even real. Imagine if Kovalev got to take all, because Kovalev has only been to 175. Imagine if he went down a weight class and didn't lose anything. Imagine if Usyk, instead of going to heavyweight, was at cruiser, went down a weight class, didn't lose anything. It would be illegal what they would do to these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
it would be murders. It'd be back-to-back murder.
I reckon they're gonna make Fury undisputed.
Dude, I seen the
happen.
highlights of fucking Triple G and Serge Meta. I said, oh my lord, if Canelo fight this nigga Triple G at 168, he's gonna kill this man.
yeah, he will.
For real.
He might actually break Triple G neck.
He might. He probably would kill him.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Not even to hype Canelo up like that, but I'm just saying, like, for real, for real.
Can I also?
How good do you even think Triple G was?
Never.
He was good, but he wasn't put in there. Now, people are going to say he was avoided, but who was he avoided by? Sergio Martinez?
Not only that, we even got to bring up the avoided. We got to keep that same energy for Triple G. Because, like Wilder, he was fucked. Canelo fucked him. If he would have had them 2 wins over Canelo like he should have had them 2 wins over Canelo, we'll be looking at Triple G in a totally different light right now.
That's real shit.
I mean, Midwest. I get what
What
you're
you
coming
say?
from. I do get what you're coming from. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like, yeah, he was robbed. He was most definitely robbed. They did that nigga bogus. The boxing game did him bogus. But what did he do afterwards? is what pissed people off too, because it's like, man, it's not like the motherfucking Canelo had a glove cheat. It was just like you just got robbed on the scorecard. So that's it, nigga. See you later.
And not only robbing the scorecards, the motherfucker took pills to fight you. WBC let it.
Oh
They
yeah,
fucking
that's
pleaded
true.
behind
And he
on his
was on the pet,
case.
but you know that
Yeah.
shit's crazy. That shit's real crazy, man.
If Triple G, because I only think that Triple G won one clean. I think the second one he got his ass beat. But the thing is, what
Yeah.
but the thing is, what Art just said is important. If he had beat Deverenchenko convincingly afterwards, if he had challenged Jamal Charlo or Andre and whooped their, even if he lost to him by a decision, I would still be like, all right, Triple G, you know what? You put in work while you're supposed to. Go ahead and ride out. This motherfucker all of a sudden don't care about unifying no more unless it's Murata.
It's
Shit
like
like
Canelo
that.
took that nigga's soul.
Like I was cool. I was cool on
Yeah.
Triple G. I was cool on Triple G at first. I didn't start disliking him until after the Canelo fights. At first, I was like, he didn't really put in that much work at 160 aside from fighting fucking Jacobs and Canelo, but it's whatever. After the Canelo fights, his decisions, I was like, all right, get this motherfucker
Just
out of
fighting
here.
Ramon after.
Imagine Canelo working with Blu-ray on the clean.
Oh
Sheesh.
shit.
Yeah, Blu-ray would have already exposed Canelo.
Hell no, how much money he be getting? He
Is that
better shut
right?
the fuck
Right.
up.
Hell nah.
Yeah, yeah. Canelo, have you fucking shot, bro? I know I would. If you're my personal trainer and you see me sticking a needle in my ass, you expose me, you fucking dead, homie.
What?
Yeah, but it's not like Blu-ray's
Man,
going to be like a
I
bitch
can see
about
some
it.
shit
Like,
like that
he's
going
gonna.
down, where he see the needle or whatever. He's just like, all right, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. And then
Oh
they
shit!
like, all right, cool, I get it. You're not gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing either. And then as soon as this nigga leave, somebody get his ass. I can see some shit going down like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. You can't be if that. I'm telling you, if I was Canelo and my trainer did me dirty like that, I would have you fucking killed off top, off principle.
Man, you
How
know what I was
dare
thinking
you?
the other day? And tell me, how, okay, how would this guy actually get clenbuterol in his system other than eating it?
you can get it through certain shots. GMC actually provides it. I know that for fact
That is
because
the
So you
truth.
inject it
What
into
he's
your
saying is very
bloodstream?
true.
yeah, because like what you can do is that you can get like the serum and then you could put it like like right through like your bloodstream, through like your arm and shit.
Yeah, that's
And
how clenbuterol is mostly taken. You can't ingest enough for it to formally register as violating doping rules. Like you can't.
yeah,
It
but
just
on
doesn't
top of
make any
that,
sense because I was thinking like, okay, I want to believe Canelo. What if he didn't, know? What if Reynoso just fed a mistake that he didn't know? But then again, I'm like, hell no, nigga had to know.
uh, but on top of that, wouldn't like America actually provide that too? Because it's like most of our fucking meat probably does have some form
And
of
and that's what I told
butyrol.
somebody. I think I told Pablo the other day. I said, man, hold on, we could probably use the same claim. I wouldn't be surprised if our fucking meat has some steroids in it. Motherfuckers eating
Yeah,
Taco Bell wings and shit. Fuck that
Pizza
shit
Hut.
coming from.
I love New York pizza. Anything. Who knows?
Say you love New York pizza. They putting a
No, no,
rat
no, no,
on your plate. Hell no.
no.
Same rat from outside. Ugh.
No, but Reynoso, I think Reynoso definitely would have to know because anything that your fighter is taking drug wise might affect his performance. And that's for better or worse. But coaches know you running the pads with Canelo every day, you running laps. If this motherfucker gets better or worse, you're gonna take notice. Be like, damn, bro, you killed your previous time. How did that happen? Damn, you hurting my hands with these pads. Can you calm down some? Shit, you breaking the back. Like look at the difference between Captain America and when he first got out the fucking the ice to like the last Avengers. This motherfucker literally transformed into Jason Bourne. You could tell his progression over each movie. Like he went from basic boxing combos to like fucking straight up the Matrix, dude. Like it's just like
Look,
you can
check this
tell.
check this out. And I always bring it up. I'm telling you, because I bet my uncle money on that Canelo fight. So I was watching all the lead up training videos up to that fight. I'm telling you, Canelo looked like fucking amazing, bro. The nigga speed was on 10. perfect abs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Doing a machine like this with the abs, fast as fuck. I'm like, dude, I ain't never really seen Canelo look this fucking good in training like this.
Wait,
Slipping, all that shit. Get in the ring, he's doing all this shit. I'm like, man, how is he doing this shit? And then he gets popped dirty. He popped dirty for pads leading up to the second fight. I said, bro, now it makes fucking sense. It makes sense. Cause I'm like, dude, I was really looking at Canelo like, dude, this guy is really like that guy. But then you
can
see
I
the pads, man. It's fucked up, dude.
add on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so here's a article by Web MD about computerol, and it says right here that computerol increases your body's temperature through a process called thermogenesis. Once your body temp is up, your metabolism is then primed to burn off more calories. Since fat is stored in the body as energy, your body can use the calories that you've already stored. This can decrease your body fat and lower your overall weight. Because clenbuterol is a bronchodilator, right? It opens up your airways when you take it. This is helpful for those with asthma. For athletes, this allows them to increase their stamina by having more airflow moving around the body. More oxygen is available, so you can perform. So you can perform more production, right?
That's
Oh,
actually pretty
no.
good because if you gotta really think about it, if you're already a good fighter, right, and you're telling me that I can fight good and I can fight for a long time without getting tired, I can throw my best combinations whenever I want to, and
Yeah,
not
so
come on, man. Like that's how is that not a pet?
Yeah, all the ill effects of the cutting process, because when you're cutting down in weight or you're just coming back from a camp, you're supposed to lose a little bit of speed, lose a little bit of power. Clenbuterol negates all that. It's kind of the same as testosterone. Testosterone, because you know your food, and whenever you work out, it combines to put you in a situation of in a metabolic state. So where your muscles are torn, they recover, the protein synthesis comes in and builds muscle. Testosterone accelerates that process. Well, clenbuterol negates all the terrible effects of the cutting process. So, like I said, imagine if Usyk came down to light heavy, he would wreak havoc. If Kovalev came down to 168, he would wreak havoc. If fucking shit,
Wilder came down to Bridger weight.
oh shit, if Wilder came down to cruiser, again, it would be illegal what he would do to some people. He'd be breaking motherfuckers' necks. It'd be crazy.
yeah, but on top of that, the most dangerous part of taking clenbuterol is that the internal and external respiratory and circulatory effects of your body will start taking more damage, and therefore you're going to get more wear and tear from the dangerous side effects from the medication alone. So but the more that you keep using it, basically the more danger that you're putting towards your own health.
Why do
uh,
you think he kicked his career into high gear after he tested positive? Because he's not getting any younger. He knows this information and he wants to clean up shop. Why do you think he's trying to fight 3, 4 times a year for the next few years
oh
all of a sudden?
yeah, because
Yeah, he knows
if
this.
you're not if you're not staying active, then that will definitely hurt you more long term, right?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
not to mention, I'm pretty sure he was on this shit when he was a little bit younger. I'm confident that he was.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
your body can recover far better before the age of 26. After you turn 26, your
Mhm.
recovery starts to be a little bit more different, and you might need to actually increase the amount of compounds you use to achieve the same effects. As you notice, he still has like knee issues, and at least with one of his knees and shit like that. So that's why he's hustling while he's in his prime, and his testosterone, strength, and reflexes are at their peak right before they fall off, trying to fight all these people. And all of a sudden, he wants undisputed at 168. All of a sudden, oh, I might want undisputed at 175. Oh, I want to go up to bridgerweight. He's trying, or a cruiserweight. He's trying to accomplish all these things because he knows he doesn't have that much time left. Like I don't know if you guys remember, but in an interview, Canelo said he don't plan to be boxing past 35. He's like,
Yeah,
I ain't trying to fucking, I ain't trying to be like B hopping them doing this shit till hell freeze over. Hell no, I'm gonna get my bread and I'm gonna chill the fuck out. I've put in a bunch of work. I've been in this shit for like, from 15 to 35. That's 20 solid years of nothing but
20
boxing. So
years.
he's like, I'm straight. I've given boxing everything I need to give it, and I'm out. Peace. I made like half a billion, damn near. So fuck it. I'm straight.
Also, Canelo knows that that once boxing is over, his whole body is basically gonna deteriorate to the point where he's not gonna look like the same guy anymore. He's gonna basically look like a fat ass blob.
Well, I wouldn't say that because there are chemicals you can use to negate that as well as constant exercise. But
Yeah,
his internal organs definitely are going to be damaged.
yeah. I just don't understand like why he would just do it and think that he's going to just come out like 100% okay, because it's like at this point Canelo knows that his life is at pure danger at this point.
Well,
Think
he rather have the bodily injury than the head trauma. Not being able to speak well, not being able to communicate, early signs of dementia because it's boxing, so you're going to take damage. He rather substitute those for whatever the chemicals do than have him talking like Evander Holyfield when he retires. And
yeah,
I understand, it, but just when your fans come out and try to defend you, and when you're on drugs, but you're not even fighting people to where it's a 50-50. Like I only care about boxing. I don't care about individuals. So I just want to see fights where I'm not sure who's gonna win. That's it. Like I'm tired of not being able to pick against Canelo. I haven't picked against Canelo since fucking Mayweather. I mean that seriously. I haven't picked against him. Like it's crazy. Like I just know he's gonna beat everybody. And it's not because he's shown some elite separation. This is because of his post Mayweather career. The people.
yeah, but it's also like all the dumb racist fans that keep dick riding him to try to protect him for for his dirty career career antics and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean Triple G has some racist motherfuckers too, but they didn't tell him to like stay away from Canelo or no shit like that. Did they let a lot of his earlier career ride on the bullshit that was? 100%. Did they tell him that he had to move up and weight like everybody else? No, they didn't. But
No,
they didn't say, oh, we'll skip Canelo. They were like, nah, get in there and fight Canelo then, because he's ducking. You know, shit.
yeah,
They were trying to give this dude Hergovic the Triple G treatment, and I'm glad he finally got a fight, to be honest, because those same people that were talking that shit, they sure went quiet when Tony Yoko was signing that fucking paperwork. All of a sudden, it's
oh
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah.
shit,
I was just about to say Tony Oka and Ergovich could possibly fight each other. Yeah,
they are gonna fight because that's what what's his name Tony Yoka put in the paperwork for the IBF for a title eliminator. So that looks like it's gonna be the situation.
and then the winner of that faces Luis King Kong Ortiz, right?
Nah, the winner of that becomes Mando for Usyk, I believe.
What? So what about Ortiz?
Ortiz is out
No,
of the. Oh, go ahead,
Herkovich
go
was
ahead.
always the final eliminator. Whoever fought Herkovich was going to always become the man, though. He was the final eliminator.
So what's the point with like Ortiz beating Martin then? That doesn't
Well,
make
they
any.
was trying to get him to fight Herkovich, and the winner of
Oh,
that would have been the Mando.
so wait a minute. Does like Luis Ortiz just needs to get Ergovich like out the way, and then he can just solidify his position?
Yep.
Ah, shit. No wonder because I was talking with Mo Boxing about it in the past, and he thinks Ergovich is being ducked by Luis Ortiz.
Well, he is, but it's for a reason. Luis Ortiz is over 40 and wants a decent paycheck. Ergovic is a nobody that's fought nobody that the zone is trying to build up, and no one wants to fight him for some reason, or either no one wants to fight him
I
for whatever reason, or motherfuckers is busy.
I
I thought Tony Yoka was gonna fight Bacoli, but shit, I'm glad the
Yeah,
fight happened.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like, "Nah, I'm busy," and I'd be like, "Okay, I can understand you
I
fighting
want to see
Bacoli."
Jared Big Baby Anderson get into that mix.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, shit, it's got to be him versus. Well, I mean, he's on top rank, so you know how that business is.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. I just
But I
think
don't,
Right now, I don't think he ranked with anyone. I don't think they got him paying sanction fees yet. I think they just fielding him.
no, he's not ranked at all.
I mean at this point it's just like, Jared Anderson should be facing all the top 25 heavyweights at least.
Yeah, definitely top 25. As far as top tens, I don't know. I mean, Jared Anderson's got a lot of power. He's built like a tank, but as far as his boxing ability and how he functions in the later rounds of a fight, once he gets to like the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, I gotta see some. I gotta see some more.
I actually think some other fighters that could possibly beat Jared Anderson. I don't know, Stephen Shaw, and Dakari Scott.
Tony
I've
Yoka, I
heard.
think Tony Yoka could beat him right now.
I think I
I've heard.
think um I
Tony
think that
Yoka gonna
other
have a
fighter.
boring ass fight with Herkovich. That shit gonna be boring as fuck.
I think Jermaine Franklin could give Jared Anderson problems too.
Yeah.
Hell no. Jared Anderson gonna knock that nigga out.
I
What,
don't know.
Jermaine
He look too
Franklin?
green to me right now. I'm telling you, Tony Yoka beat Anderson right now.
You think Jared Anderson green? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't be feeling too
Yeah,
confident
Anderson
saying
Green
Yeah,
is
I
he's
Jared
green
I
as
Anderson
don't
fuck.
feel
is
too
like
confident saying he the next American
he's
champion.
not seasoned yet.
Nah, yeah, nah,
Yeah, he definitely gonna be
he.
champion, but yeah,
What do
but
y'all think
just
Yeah,
about
let
he's
his
him
still
height
like
let
a
and
him go.
rookie.
size?
So
Pause.
Wait, who? What?
Jared Anderson.
What do we think about him?
Like his build as a as an athlete, as a boxer.
I mean, he's a solid heavyweight. I know that a lot of people was riding his dick because of his defensive prowess that he showed with that one dude. But I'm like, again, that was a no name guy. We got to get him in there with some decent competition to see how he fares. Especially if someone like Frank Sanchez turns the shit into a boxing match and he's not just gonna sit there and allow you to hit him like that. So I like Jared Anderson. He seems cool. Being Tyson Fury's
And
sparring
to be
partner, he
honest,
gives a good
that's the
experience.
styles he should be preparing for. He should be preparing for those styles because that's when you look at the younger groups of the heavyweights. Most of them like to move around like that. Like Yoka likes to move around a lot. Sanchez likes to move around a lot. That other one, I can't think of his name right now. He moves around a lot too. So I think that's what the heavyweight division finna come to. It's finna look like the motherfucking cruiserweight division.
Yeah, shit gonna be horrible. Ain't nobody talking about shit without without Wilder in the mix. But I like Stephen Shaw, but I think that Jared Anderson will probably stop him. I've seen a few of his fights. I think Jared could stop him. Frank Sanchez, I'm not sure. Um, I know he smokes motherfuckers like Babic and shit. Like Big Bang Zhang will get stopped. All of that motherfucker stop his ass. He'll probably whoop Joseph Parker ass.
Michael Hunter.
Oh yeah, he'll torch Michael Hunter. That's not even a question. Uh,
I don't know. Michael Hunter can move. Michael Hunter can move,
now
but I
you
don't
saw
No,
know.
his fight
Michael
with
Hunter.
Jerry Forrest. That nigga washed. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I like
yeah.
Michael Hunter. He was easily my favorite fucking heavyweight when he moved up from cruiser. But I'm not gonna lie. I was fooling myself. I was fooling myself.
Yeah,
I
the
like
defense.
yeah, I liked him because he was one of the pure boxing heavyweights for the most part. But I was full of shit. I admit it. I fucked up. He's got nothing to heavyweight. He's not making no noise, and he's not going to. And it's sad because I like Michael Hunter, but he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna make any noise, and it's clear he doesn't really want to fight anybody. He's just looking to still box and pay the rent, but he's over there getting draws with Jerry Force on Trilling, man. Jerry Force, you should have put Jerry Force in the fucking dirt.
Should have
I was,
put his ass asleep.
yeah, I was watching that fight. I was like, fuck. I was just like, oh my god, what the fuck am I
Oh, did
watching,
you
Michael?
not to switch different weight classes, but did you hear that Jerron Ennis he's gonna fight Cusio Clayton?
Yeah, I heard about that, and I mean that's whatever. I know Jerron Dennis is gonna beat the hell out of Castillo, so I'm not even. I don't even. I mean, I'll watch it just because it's Jerron Dennis, but it's already like I don't have that much interest
Is
because
this an
Castillo.
IBF final eliminator?
Yeah, it
Shit,
is. That's
is
what I
it?
heard.
That's good.
But if anything, if Jerron Ennis beats the shit out of him, and which he
Clayton
will,
isn't even. He's not even. Is Clayton even ranked in the top 10 for the IBF? What the fuck?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't
I
even.
know. Actually, no. Didn't he get kicked out? Right?
Yeah, because of the Lipinets situation, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
he got a draw, but yeah, there was some bullshit. There was some political BS happening, but what it don't matter. John is gonna whoop this dude's ass, and
I don't know. Do you guys think Jaron Ennis can achieve his goal to be like a 4 division undisputed world champion?
100%
No,
if he's
and he
if he's
shouldn't
able to
try it.
if he's able to get the fights.
I think so. I think Jaron Ennis, if he could be like that black version of Canelo Alvarez, I like to see that.
I just think it's gonna take too long. It's gonna politically take too long to be undisputed in 4 divisions in one career. It's gonna take too long.
Yeah,
Certain months.
you won't be able to do that, and you shouldn't try to do that because you should not try to stay in one division way too long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
at
lose a
least
lot
try
of
to go for
potential.
two.
Like I don't think, yeah, two is very doable because Terrence
Yeah,
Crawford has
like
the ability to
four.
do it if he could get the fights.
Yeah.
But four is
I think
asking a
he's done,
lot.
bro.
I
Who,
mean,
Terrence
unless
Crawford?
he can.
Yeah, I think he's done, bro. We might
Done
not
with
see him fight no
boxing?
more. Yeah,
I don't think he done with boxing.
like if
I think
Spence
I
don't
think
fight him,
Terrence
what other
Crawford
fight he
needs to
gonna
hang it
get?
up.
Well, since he's promotionally homeless, I mean, he could fuck because I know the Spence situation ain't gonna be happening because Spence's hands gonna be tied politically speaking. I think that he could
Yeah,
always
the
move.
Spence fight not gonna happen. I think we all need to accept it. And without the
Yeah, yeah.
Spence fight, what other fight out there for him?
There's Jamel, the
He might
winner
get a
of
Josh Taylor fight.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
He just fucked. Yeah.
and
No.
and
Okay.
I don't care about the Josh Taylor fight anyway because I think Crawford's gonna whoop his ass, so I don't really care about that. But Jamel Charlo Castano winner.
I wouldn't
They
mind
moving
that.
up. Charlo moving up.
Do you guys think Spencer's the same since he had that crash?
Uh,
No, I don't imagine he is because of the amounts of rehab and stuff that you have to go. So I'm pretty sure Prime Errol Spence is gone, but that doesn't mean that he can't perform at the level need be to beat the best competition.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
I
say at
think
this point
he's
he's like
yeah.
he's semi dangerous now. I mean,
Yeah,
he still has he
the
still has yeah.
accidents just mean we'll be deprived of what Errol Spence could have been at his apotheosis, at his very peak. We'll be forever deprived of that because of the accident, but that doesn't mean that he's still not a top, a number one, a number two welterweight.
Yeah, and then on
Man,
top of that,
y'all talking about the accident?
yeah,
You know what I be thinking about sometimes? I
what?
honestly think sometimes, like, would that be something that's gonna be over his head forever? And people saying, "Oh man, Prime Errol Spence before the car accident." I think about shit like that because
Mm.
there's some things he said in his interviews that I ain't like before that Mikey Garcia fight. Like he was saying, like he had pain in his neck and his hips, and I was like, man, like you need that's
You for the
essential to
Mikey
boxing.
Garcia or the Danny Garcia?
I mean, Danny Garcia fight,
Oh, Danny Garcia.
yeah, because it's after the car accident and shit. Yeah, but he was saying things like he's had pain in his neck and his hips and shit like that. You know, and I was just like, dude, like,
No, you can't be the same when you flip a car that many freaking times, and he was in a coma. Like it must have fucked with his punch resistance too.
That's what I
that's
was
what I'm
thinking.
thinking too.
Yeah, I also
Yeah,
want to say his like defensive reads are just off too. It's not like he's able to like catch and shoot punches a lot a lot faster. He looks a bit slow.
Yeah, I used to favour Spence. I thought he'd beat Crawford, but now I think it might be the other way because of that, which is
I,
unfortunate. But I think he still beats all the other guys.
I kind of feel like Terrence Crawford is gonna try to find some like potential weakness to try to exploit Errol. If they were to fight.
Yeah, he's going to get hit a lot by Crawford, I think. So
I
yeah,
think this Yugas fight gonna be really telling. It's gonna say a lot.
Yeah,
What we need to. It's gonna answer a lot of questions.
gonna
but
answer a
Because
lot.
I feel like
even
that Danny Garcia fight was whatever.
Well, even if Spence was 110%, Ugas is not a hoe, and you ain't nobody having an easy time with Ugas.
Nah.
Ugas is the type of dude. If you play with him, you'll fuck around and lose.
You don't think Errol Spence that beat fucking Lamont Peterson could do damage to this Yugas?
He could do damage to him now, but I'm just saying Ugas is not an easy out for anybody. Ugas is coming from that Cuban school. He's fast, and a lot of his reactions to Errol Spence's fighting style are automatic. Like when he gets rushed, he automatically drops the hooks to both sides of the body. When he's at a distance on the outside, he snaps the double jab in an instant without thinking about it, and he throws his counter hooks over the top and tucks his chin. Shit like that, not a lot of fighters have that and are built to react to it when they see their opponent do stuff. That's why Ugas is so dangerous. He had some early losses due to his, he wasn't focused and he had the wrong management, shit like that. But afterwards, he went on a damn tear, and people say that he arguably beat Sean Porter. I don't believe he beat Sean Porter, but it was close.
Nah, I feel like Bud fans were saying that shit to fucking shit on fucking Errol Spence.
I thought Ugas beat Jamal James, honestly.
He did whoop
He
Jamal. He got the
did. He
decision.
won.
Yeah,
No,
he beat the hell out of Jamal James.
The other guy from my city, Amir Imam. Amir Imam.
Oh yeah, that fight was cutting. His Amir Imam needs Christ. Like his fights are always kind of close, and he just gasses out and shit.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm keeping it real, man. I'm just keeping it real.
Yo, Amir Imam, he's just been so quiet ever since his loss to that one Mexican guy, man. I was just like, dude, like, what happened to you?
Oh, motherfuckers get in there, they get beat up, and then they start to measure themselves against the rest of the field, and they start to wonder, well, what? Like you have to come to terms with where you rank in boxing. Like, who are you going to be? Are you going to be a notable contender? Are you going to be a gatekeeper? Are you going to be, a champion? And I think maybe he came to the realization that he didn't have what it takes to compete at the top. 'Cause that should be happening. Not everybody can be Derek Chisora happily getting their ass whooped for a check. Like that shit. That shit takes a lot out. Like Derek Chisora got a big ass head. That's why he can go in there and just get beat up so often and be fine. But not everybody is built like that.
Yeah, but like just because he lost to like a guy like Javier Molina doesn't mean he couldn't come back and probably get like a good victory, maybe over like a I'm just spitballing here, maybe like a Ivan Baranchik or like a Jose Zepeda.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying psychologically, what he was probably thinking.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
true.
if he doesn't have the confidence to beat these motherfuckers, then you shouldn't have the confidence in him. Like look at Ryan Garcia. Shit, I thought he could beat some people, but then he turned around and fucking ducked those people. I'm like, oh man, this motherfucker ain't beating nobody then.
Yeah, because I was talking with Nestor Bravo the other day about like how does it feel when boxers do go through losses, and I kind of gave like like my 2 cents. Like every time when I lost, like back in like my earlier days, when I used to wrestle in high school, I didn't really think it was that big of like a deal, but compare that to boxing, I can understand that because it's like, like nobody doesn't want to lose, but if you lose like really bad, in a huge, embarrassing manner, like, like somebody knocks you out or somebody just beats you up for X amount of rounds, I can definitely feel that because it's like, nobody doesn't want to be put into that position. And, losses like that can definitely haunt you.
And what's worse about boxing is that if you're in the wrong division at the wrong time and you take a L, that means you might have more tough fights ahead of you. Like look at Tiafimo's situation. Tiafimo was on top of the world at 135 and he lost as a champion due to some ducking. Now his road back to the top is a bitch. I mean, imagine if Josh Taylor planned to stay at 140 after a title loss. After if he lost all four belts right now and decided he's gonna stay at 140. Do you know the motherfuckers he got to fight to get back to the top? That shit is horrible. It's almost nothing. It's almost exclusively murderers at 140, and he would have to fight his way through there.
Yeah, 140 is pretty much, no man's land at this point. I
It's
mean,
a bitch. If you coming into 140 right now, it's a bitch.
Yeah, 140 is basically Mortal Kombat Armageddon 2.0.
Yeah, that shit is horrible.
Yeah.
140 is terrible. If you're a fighter at 140 right now and you trying to really make some moves, you better figure some shit out
It's
because
like mixing.
it's not sweet.
It's like mixing Halo with League of Legends, and then it's like basically like a high elo, super hell.
Yeah, there's literally there's too many people. TFMO talking about going up, Haney going up there in the next 2 years. We got Montana Love, Subaru Matias. Tank could come up there at any fucking time and make noise. There's Josh Taylor himself. There's Gary Antoine Russell.
Jose
Uh,
Valenzuela.
yeah, Jose Valenzuela, Zapata. Shit, Baranchik need to fucking retire.
Yeah,
Uh,
Baranchik. Yeah.
what's his name? Barboza. I don't think he's not all that to me personally, but Brandon Lee, Brandon Lee could cause some problems. Regis Progray up there.
Right.
So yeah, it's a shit
Oh,
show.
Brian Norman Jr. Don't forget about him.
Yeah, Baitar Akhmedov can still make some noise.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's a beast, man.
yeah,
He's a dark horse for
yeah,
real.
he can fuck around. He can fuck around and beat some people. And then also on top of that, you gotta count the people who 135 that just may say fucking and move up. Like Michelle Rivera, most people Ali, well, the dude who looks like Ali's real grandson. Most
Yeah,
people don't
baby
realize.
Ali.
Yeah, most people don't realize he's coming down from 140. He was already up there.
Yeah,
So
dude, he's
and he
huge.
yeah, and
Huge.
I didn't think that was a good decision for him because he was like knocking motherfuckers smooth out at 140, but he came down in weight.
Yep.
So he's gonna go back down there and probably go up to 147 or 154 by the time his career is over. So you gotta deal with people like that too. So yeah, man, 140 is fucked up. It's really not the place to be
Don't
if
forget
you're on
Devin
bullshit.
Haney. Devin Haney's on his way to 140 pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said him first.
Yeah.
But I was going
I
to
got
just
faith for
touch
my
up
boy
on
Devin Haney.
I was gonna touch up on Michelle Lazarza Rivera. He
I ain't
actually,
gonna lie, my boy Devin Haney had me nervous in that Linares fight.
yeah, but
But what
yeah,
about Michelle Rivera?
yeah, like
What weight class he fight at?
he fights at 135.
Yeah, he came down from 140
Yeah,
Who y'all
yeah,
got
he's
in
a
that
big
fight?
ass motherfucker.
Why'd he
But
come
yeah,
down to 140?
because he felt that the belts were either probably going to be vacated and he could get a faster title opportunity than at 140.
yeah, 140s is just a nightmare.
Black?
Especially
He
trying to wait.
Cuban?
No,
He's
he's
Dominican.
Dominican? He think he
yeah,
getting the
Dominican.
title shot?
Dominican.
Shit.
Oh, he's Dominican. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
man,
he's Dominican.
Yeah, did you
that means
guys
he can't
see
take a punch.
did you guys see that massive
He ain't got no
fucking
fucking chin.
upset for Starling Castillo, right? He got beat by that Russian dude. No.
What dude?
Uh that Russian dude that beat, Starling Castillo. He's that black Dominican fighter that fights at lightweight.
I probably seen it, but I don't recognize the name.
That was on the Carlos Arieta versus Nunez, undercard.
Nah, I ain't watched that card.
Yeah.
I know D Hive doctors though.
Wait, which one? Which one?
The Starling Castillo fight.
That I don't know. I might have. I've been busy with work lately. I might have fucked around and missed that one. When did that come on?
That
That was last week, right?
That came on like around. I want to say like midsection of what the fight card. Yeah.
No, I mean which fight? Like what was the main card? Like what day did it happen?
Oh, that
It
happened
was
on
last weekend, right?
Yeah, that happened on a Friday. That happened on a Friday.
Oh yeah. I did watch that shit. Yeah. No, yeah. It was the all Dominican card, right?
Yeah, Dominican Puerto Rican card. Like whatever.
Yeah. I did watch that shit. Yeah, that Russian dude got some moves. He's good.
Dude, I was devastated that Carlos fucking lost. But I was actually trying to understand, like why he wanted to, fight this guy. But that, like when I got like word from Kano. He said that Carlos moved up from 122 all the way up to 130. So he basically, skipped like 2 weight classes just to fight Nunez. And no wonder why, he just didn't look, as how should I say, athletically gifted, right? So, but I
Yeah.
give Carlos a lot of credit, man, because Carlos, he's a damn good fighter.
Did he get
But
knocked out?
it wasn't really like a knockout. It was just like a referee stoppage. Nunez hit him with like a good ass fucking left, but Carlos, he definitely tried to fight it out, but the referee just waved it off. So it wasn't like a devastating like one punch knockout. But I
Yeah,
think
no, he didn't get like straight up demolished, but it was definitely a decent stoppage because there was some he was in some deep shit. But
yeah,
yeah, Otar Eranosian, yeah, from
yeah, Aaron
Georgia.
Ocean, yeah,
Yeah, that dude got some
yeah.
motherfucking moves, man. He's 11-0. They might give his ass a title shot knowing how boxing works. Oh shit, 11 fights. You deserve a shot at fucking Shakur Stevenson, crazy shit.
Oh wait, who?
This Otar Erosanian because he's from Georgia. He's like a Central Asian Eastern Euro guy. You know how they
Yep.
do. They might try to give him a fucking title shot off the top. Like, oh shit, you should be fighting Shakur Stevenson. You've only had 11 fights.
Or give him Devin Haney.
Hey, D Hive,
Oh,
we been hitting it on the money, bro.
Hey man, go ahead and fight Devin
Hey,
Haney.
D Hive,
yo,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
I said we been hitting it on the money, man. Valdez, motherfucking Shakur Stevenson about to get that Valdez fight, and motherfucking Joe
Oh,
Smith Jr. might end up fighting fucking Canelo Alvarez.
Because the thing is, what got me with the Smith situation is, motherfucker said he had COVID and couldn't fight, so they're getting a late replacement. I'm like, well, number one, why not just delay the fight? And number two, I mean, not Callum Smith, Callum Johnson. I'm like, number one, why not just delay the fucking fight to where the fight can happen like other people do? And number two, Callum Johnson didn't say anything on social media. They just said that he failed a COVID test, and I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Mm,
So they bring in this random motherfucker coached by Kevin Cunningham that nobody's ever fucking heard of, who's fought absolutely nobody, and
I
I'm like,
mean, I watch Coach Cunningham videos all the time. I ain't never seen this nigga.
exactly,
Steve Gefford is actually
exactly.
not a bad fighter. I mean,
I'm
I
not
took it.
saying I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's garbage, but Joe Smith Jr. gonna lay him to rest, and then them highlights, Canelo gonna be like, you know what, Joe Smith Jr. looked more impressive his
But
last
wait,
fight, so
but
fuck it.
wait a minute. But wait a minute. Like, what happens if Gefford actually beats Joe Smith Jr. and
Then he
like,
might then he might actually take the Charlo
Then
fight
Canelo versus McAboo 2020.
or that, yeah, or
so
Macabooty.
wait, so wait, so wait, so wait. If Canelo does not fight Gefford, if Gefford were to win, does that mean Canelo is actually ducking black fighters?
I mean, well, Gefford's not
Canelo, don't get it
undefeated. He
twisted.
lost.
Canelo will
He
fight
lost
a
his
black fighter.
debut. Yeah, he lost his debut in the second fight. Shit, he might fuck around and fight Gefford. To be honest,
Yeah.
especially if he looks sloppy.
Oh no! Like, I want to fight Gefford.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Oh, Gefford is the truth.
Oh,
Biggest win of his fucking career.
the biggest one out of his whole black career. Yo, dude, I really hope Joe Smith does not fucking lose that fight.
No, Callum Johnson was a more dangerous fight for Joe Smith Jr. To be honest,
Yeah,
because Callum Johnson is a club fighter that has not accomplished anything, but he got a little bit of power, so he could have
yeah,
actually put Joe Smith Jr. in some deep shit.
yeah. Caleb Johnson, he's a fucking shark, dude. I took a look at a couple of his fights, and he could fucking hit. I was like looking at the Better Bureau fight, and I thought Better Bureau could have fucked around and actually got stopped by him. I'm not gonna lie though.
Mm, I mean, yeah, maybe if he landed another flush shot, but he didn't get the chance. Better be
Yeah,
have took his ass out.
yeah. Better Bureau fucking just folded him. But I was going to tell you that I'll be at the fight tomorrow. The fight time got changed from 6:30 to 7:45. So me and my grandfather
Oh,
will be there.
okay, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna try streaming it. If I could actually do that. But
But I hope security don't catch you. Fuck around and be like, hey, give me a phone. The fuck is this? Like, you know how they do at the movie theater? Be like, hey, no streaming
yeah,
the fucking
yeah,
fight.
yeah. Don't do that, man. Fuck you. Well, actually, I saw Blue Blood fucking do that at the Terrence Crawford Sean Porter fight, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh damn, you gonna rat him out? You gonna rat him out?
What?
I was like, no, you gonna rat Blue Blood
No,
out?
no, no, no. Like, I just figured that I just point that out because it's like, it's technically fair use. Like, if you're going to the fight, but like you're not actually taking, like the actual footage, from what the like, from the promotional business.
No,
But
I'm
yeah,
kidding. I don't really care. I'm kidding.
yeah. But no,
They
no,
just
no,
probably
no.
used it
Like,
for the intro or some shit too.
yeah, yeah. But on top of that, like theoretically, if you run like your own boxing like event and you don't want people to record at the fight, won't they put like the disclaimer, at the very beginning, right? Before you enter.
Well, if they really that serious, they'll take away niggas' phones. Like I've been to comedy clubs and bars and like a little like go-go dancing bars and different clubs. When they have like talent like stand-up comedians or singers and shit come on, they'll take your phone. They'll be like, "Hey, deposit your phone in this shit," or if we see it out, or if they let you keep it, they're like, "If we see you on your phone or see you recording, we're gonna take that shit and we're just gonna kick you out." So it's that simple. So if they really want to keep shit on lockdown, they'll just lock it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah, real places they don't play that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, like I'll try to see like if I could actually do that because if I can actually try to stream it, if I'm able to, that's if like the Wi-Fi is good. I don't mind doing that, but um, I'll try to take advantage of it to record as much as I can. But I'm gonna try to get some interviews there too. So, but I was just actually taking a look at Abraham's opponent. This guy's actually a pretty good fighter. I'm not gonna lie though. I mean, he's not what the best fighter, but
Wait,
something's
who?
um the opponent that Abraham Nova's fighting, William Encarnacion, that Dominican dude.
Oh, okay. I gotta watch some tape on him before I. I mean, I'm sure Abraham Nova should be able to smoke him because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not.
yeah. Especially.
Yeah,
Ain't Joe Smith fighting tomorrow?
yeah.
Yep. I'm going to the fight. Dude, I'm fucking hyped, dude. Dude, I'm gonna probably bring like my Puerto Rican flag. I'm probably gonna go super crazy at that fight.
Don't get jumped.
What?
Fucking New York. I know y'all don't got. I know y'all don't have like the best, the most liberal gun laws, but don't fuck around and get shanked or somebody have some shit on them.
Dude, if someone tries to put hands on me, dude, I'm fucking folding them. I'm like breaking somebody's neck.
Oh shit.
Like seriously, like I'm not like like super small. Like like I'm actually like a very big person, but no, like 9 times out of 10, if somebody gets hyper like emotional to try to fight me, I'm probably gonna go ballistic on somebody if they try to put hands on me.
Oh shit. Let them know. Let them
Yeah,
know, y'all don't want to catch crowd out in these streets slipping, fuck around and get folded.
yeah, that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
because I don't want nobody doing that to me at a boxing fight. But it's like if that shit happens, it sure as hell's not gonna happen on a good night. You know, like I understand some people want to get super crazy like that, but it's like, dude, it's a fucking boxing fight.
Damn. So this is William Concepcion's like first pretty big ass opponent, right?
Yeah, his very first step up, if I'm not mistaken.
Cause I'm watching some tape on him right now. He's been fighting at some booty ass venues. He ain't been to the big time. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hungry. Okay, well we'll see what's cracking with Abraham then. I mean, he should be able to smoke dude, but you never
Um,
know.
Also, William used to be a former Olympian too, so
Oh, okay.
that's what kind of questions me based off of his like fighting style. And if he's gonna just like fuck around and try to like outbox AB, that's gonna be a pretty difficult thing to do because Abraham, he's a good boxer himself too, but it's like if Encarnacion shows me something that I haven't seen before that's gonna give AB problems, that might be a little bit concerning.
Has Abraham Nova been talking shit over there at Top Rank, or has he been acting like a grateful little boy? Because you said former Olympian, it might be fucking setting man's up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like
Mm.
I'm kind of thinking like Top Rank doesn't really care so much about him, and I mean, this is his third fight being displayed on a Top Rank platform, so. I mean, at this point, it's either he needs to just go in there and just beat the crap out of this dude because originally he was going to fight Jose Vivas, but Vivas, for some weird reason, he pulled out. So having this guy just come out of the mix, especially from the Dominican, it's like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like that, it could be some form, like, of a setup.
Oh shit.
Because it's like,
I think it's more of a sink or swim. I think it's more that, hey, show us what the fuck you get, or we ain't finna coddle you. And
yeah,
I think Jose
because
Vivas just signed a different fight.
I just don't understand like why Vivas would pull out though. It's so weird.
If I'm not mistaken, he just got announced another fight.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's some weird political strings going on, but I just want to see Abraham win a world title. That's all. But I just hope he comes out and he puts on a show, man.
I don't shit. Him going down in weight is
Yeah,
kind of
that's what I
weird.
was just about to say
Hold on, he
too.
went down. What weight division he at now?
He went to
He's at
126, right?
126.
Or he went? Did he go to 130?
He's at 126.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
probably
went
went.
down to 130.
Shit. Well, I mean, he'll have some good comp down there. Tug just went back down there. Brandon Figueroa coming up. Um, you got Luis Alberto Lopez, motherfucker, fucking up everybody's career. You got Ray Vargas. You got Joel Gonzalez is good smoke. You got Emmanuel Navarrete. So shit. Yeah.
Navarrete, isn't he gonna vacate and move up? That's what I
Right.
heard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they probably trying to
Well,
position.
Navarrete just lost that Valdez fight.
Wait,
I
why?
think
Oh,
To be honest, I think he's still gonna get
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe Shakur and Valdez could be set up. Yeah.
because
man, what's that?
Bob Arum, they trying to clean up that reputation. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, cool, cool.
Midwest,
Yeah, he trying to clean
Midwest
up his
said that
act,
the
man.
Valdez still gonna get the Navarrete fight.
We'll
Y'all
see.
see this shit Fury trying to do? He trying to fight that UFC fighter.
Yeah, and Ngannou.
I don't
Yeah,
mind
he,
it.
he already said that he didn't want to fight Usyk on tape. And as far as AJ is concerned, AJ got to win, so he ain't doing shit else, and he ain't trying to fight Dillian White for real. So
Usyk people ain't going for that fucking tempered glove shit, bro.
Hey,
Usyk people
now,
said
Yeah, yeah.
Chisora had his gloves tampered.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they know about Fury, so they already know.
that's
They're
what
like, man,
okay, that's what you're trying to say. Okay.
yeah, but
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
like,
saying. Like they know, like already, so they ain't gonna fall for the fucking trick again. I don't think they're gonna allow him to do it. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to with Wilder's situation, man, I feel like everybody was against him on that one, bro.
Yeah, he's the black dude. They didn't give a fuck. they were like shut up, darky. Whereas with Usyk, they're like, okay, well, Mister Usyk needs to be a fair fight, okay? Because Usyk beat Derek Chisore's ass, and people were saying that Derek Chisore fucking cheated. That shit will never cease to amaze me. Motherfuckers were saying Derek Chisore cheated and he fucking lost. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't see how Derek Chisora actually cheated though, because he was getting his ass beat by Usyk in the later rounds.
I mean, he was throwing him around and manhandling him, but Usyk, I mean, Derek Chisore doesn't have fucking boxing skills like that. Like,
They
I
keep on
mean,
talking about Destroy and Wilder. I'm like, boy,
Hey,
Wilder will
Polo,
kill
join the
this man.
chat. Join the chat, Polo.
Deontay Wilder will fold him.
dude, that's been Derek Chisore's entire career, just getting folded for money. That's all he does. He loses. He gets beat up.
So he's a heavyweight
Some
Gabriel.
UK dude try to say Derek Chisora is the fucking John Porter of the heavyweight division.
That's horrible.
I
Fucking
said, bro,
Derek
what the fuck?
Derek
Without
Chisore has
titles,
like
yeah, I can see why he said that.
Derek Chisore
I
has
can see why he
like
said.
but Derek Chisore has like 11 losses, and he's been losing to people he has no business losing to.
Nah, he's lost the
Got
top
his
cop.
ass knocked out by Dillian White.
Dude, losing to Dillian White is not a good fucking look. But
By
even
knockout at that.
decision and knockout, you got outboxed, and then you got fucking demolished with a single left hook. And then also let's shit. I forgot his record because I don't really give a shit. But he's also lost to fucking oh shit. Why the fuck am I looking up Dillian White? What the fuck? Okay, yeah.
With Dilliana White.
The motherfucker, yeah, but this motherfucker got 12 losses. He lost to Parker. He lost to fucking Usyk, who's a cruiserweight. He lost to fucking Ajit Kabayel. He lost to Pulev. Like, he lost to Hellenius. Like, you're not supposed to be losing to some of these people, man. Like, Pulev, you're supposed to beat. Kabayel, you're supposed to fucking beat. Like just,
No, but
bro.
Robert Hilarious is a
Hellenius.
danger, though. Robert's actually a danger. He's improved from the beginning of his career, so he's a threat. Kovalev, I'm not really sure about, but the dude that just beat that Polish dude, yeah, he's a threat to anybody.
Kovalev old as shit. He better sit down somewhere before
No,
he
not
gets seriously
Kovalev.
hurt.
I'm talking about the Polish dude. You talking about heavyweights, right?
Well, you said Kovalev.
No, I said the dude that he beat, the Polish dude. I can't say his
Oh,
name right now.
Kalnacki?
Yeah, he beat
No,
him.
no. Arthur Spielka.
No, bro, I'm talking about the dude that they called him little big, they were baby face or some shit like that. That's that
Oh
dude.
Yeah, because Hellenius knocked him out twice. It's Kalnacki.
Adam
Yeah, but I'm
Kanaki.
saying Robert Hilarious is a danger to
I call him
anybody. So
Graham
I would,
Cracker.
he could probably, yeah, he gives any top heavyweight a problem.
Cow bitch Nacky. I
wouldn't call him all that, bro. 'Cause like I said, he goes in there, does his thing. He just lost to a better man that night.
I mean, he's a world beater at this point, but
Oh, now
Hellenius?
like I said,
Hell no.
no. Like
bro, neither
I
of
was
them.
stating to Adam Kaunowski, he's a world beater.
Nah, I don't think so.
Kalnacki ain't no world beater. He too little.
Yeah, he can still beat it, bro. You tripping? These were two top heavyweights going at it. Of course, somebody's gonna lose. This ain't
Two top heavyweights.
Kalnacki not though. I mean, if anyone's got the potential, I don't think any.
Kaunaki and Robert Hellenius are not top heavyweights.
We do realize he beat Charles Martin, right? Like
they are top heavyweights, but I don't think they're world beaters. I don't think either one of them are world beaters. But if anyone had the potential to be a world beater, it would definitely be Hellenius over Kalnacki. Kalnacki too fucking little.
that's fine. But I heard you. I don't think. Well, I heard you talking about the Navarrete fight. That shit ain't gonna happen, bro. I see Navarrete leaving Top Rank and going against that Japanese dude. I see him signing to match. I don't think the Navarrete Valdez fight is happening.
I want to see Navarrete on the PBC, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna that.
Nah, he ain't gonna go over there either.
Bro, he'll fuck around and get his ass stopped.
Yeah, he'll probably get beat up.
Navarrete? By who? Masai?
Gary Russell good. Gary Russell could be on his ass. Max Eye could probably beat on his ass. Ray Vargas with Master?
That's a better fight.
Yo, Malik
That's
Montgomery, he will stop
Navarrete versus
King Tug would beat on fucking Navarrete's ass.
I'm not tripping. I'm about to
Mongolia.
Nah, King Tug will beat his ass, bro. King Tug does everything better. He's faster, has more punching power, better boxer. He literally does everything better.
Nah, easy. No, Berto beat all them dudes, bro. I'm pretty. Yeah, PBC 126 is all they got is Masai or other Gray Russ. Other than that, they don't got nothing though.
Dude,
And
who do
they're
they have at 126 for fucking top rank? They didn't have shit. They had dog booty.
no, they got Ruin Bia. These guys are still solid. Just because he beats them don't mean they're trash. Ruin Bia will box the shit out of King Tongue, whatever that dude's name. They'll beat Mark Sayo pretty, unless if he doesn't get caught. But I guess never had to beat Mark Sayo. I'm pretty sure of it. The only dude that has a chance that actually beat Navarrete will be Ray Vargas if he outboxes him. But nah, Mark Sayo, dude, all he has is power. If Navarrete, now Navarrete beats him. So does with Gary Russ. I can see that challenging fight, but I think Navarrete would be to use him. You know, he's a bigger man. He'll stop him.
Navarrete doesn't display any noticeable
Bro, he has
boxing
power,
skill
bro.
or speed.
Tripping.
Exactly.
Bro,
You
he's a
just said
legend.
all Mexio. You said all Mexio has his power, and then but you just said the
Navarrete
same
has
thing
the
for Navarrete.
bro.
So that means that's a
Bro, did you
50-50
not see
fight.
what he did? Bro, did you not see what he did to Pandulfo Diaz, bro? Like Pandulfo Diaz has better boxing qualities than Masayo and Quinta. He literally fucking whooped him like nothing. Like
And
and
that guy isn't better than anyone on PBC's
yes, he is.
126
Yes,
roster
he is.
either. No, he isn't. These people that Navarrete is getting credit for beating, like they what the fuck? His most notable W is some Shakur Stevenson leftovers
Pretty
Bro, like I
much,
said,
yeah.
and fucking dog booty.
bro, like you said, y'all tripping. Y'all real life PVC fanboys, bro. Y'all tripping. I'll see you later.
No,
No, I'm serious, bro. Like
we're
I
just
said, you
not
said,
biased. These people are
bro,
not known for anything.
bro.
Christopher
I'm serious.
Diaz, Ruben Villa, Uriel Lopez, Gio Santissima, Francisco Horta, Juan Miguel. These people aren't known for any fucking thing.
Bro, who is King Tong? Fuck,
I mean,
bro.
Navarrete biggest win is
Christopher
dog
Diaz is
boy.
a decent
Dog
opponent,
boy to
but
this day.
you know, he hasn't been in there for
Literally,
long.
these dudes are not known for anything.
Bro, who the fuck is King Tong? Fuck,
Dog
is it
boy is
someone?
Navarrete
King
biggest
Tug
win to
fought
this
Gary
day.
Russell and Stephen
That's
Colbert
it. And
better than
who's the
anybody.
kid? Who's it?
Chris Colbert,
Bro,
Better than anybody that Navarrete's fought. Gary
y'all
Russell
tripping.
Jr.
King Tug beat
Gary
Claudio
Russell
Marrero.
Jr.
See if Navarrete had fought Claudio Marrero and King Tug and like who's that other good featherweight fighter? Man, fuck, I forgot his name. Oh, Kiko. If he
Oh,
fought
Kiko
those guys,
Martino.
yeah, Kiko.
Nah, he'll beat Kiko. That's perfectly fine. But King
Y'all
Tug,
tripping. He'll
Definitely.
beat Kiko. Yeah, he'll stop Kiko. I'm trying to tell you, y'all sleep on that already.
Kiko,
Like I
he's a
said,
Spaniard
no,
bone.
we're not sleeping on him. We're just talking about who can
no,
he
I'm
fight and
not
who can he
biased. I'm
beat.
just saying, bro, I'm not biased. It's just like I said, some of the things you guys have, like, you guys, I know you pick predictions wrong, but it's just pretty common sense. Like, when you, I know this is the past. You guys
Wait,
have
which predictions have I gotten wrong
Brown
aside
versus
from
Bitter
like?
Beef. Brown versus Bitter Beef. I don't really know you like that, but I'm saying with the Brown Bitter Beef, that was common
So
sense. People
that's
that you
one.
Midwest.
That's
But bro,
one.
you literally, like I said,
No.
Bitter Beef was Brown was a
So
better
I've
boxer.
gotten one
K-Rod,
prediction wrong.
yeah, and like I said, K-Rod probably was just good.
So I got one
Wait,
prediction
wait,
wrong. All of a sudden, I don't know boxing.
But like
Okay.
I said,
what?
yeah, like I said, and then K-Rod was just agreeing with you guys because he was dick right. He probably didn't even know what the fuck, like who Better Beef was like that. So he was just probably dick
What?
riding y'all, like he
Bro,
always
what are
does
you
on the
talking
What?
show.
about?
No,
But hey, my bad.
that's a winnable fight. Like the entire planet had Kid
What we talking
Galahad
about?
being able to beat Kiko Martinez, and
No,
I called it the
see,
opposite. You didn't
no,
see me going around sucking my own dick,
Hey,
talking about, oh, I picked
hey,
Kiko
the whole
Martinez to beat him.
And who are we talking
hey, the
about?
whole world had Cambosis losing to Teofimo Lopez. You don't hear me out here
Yeah,
saying,
Exactly.
"Oh
bro, you
yeah,
had like
oh yeah."
but
Exactly.
that's like
Ex
Norris,
fucking
wait,
yeah.
I had
exactly.
Camoso winning, but I had Camoso beating Lopez too. So like I said, you weren't the only one. I mean, that was a good pick, bro. But like I said, like there's other ones.
Yeah,
That
and
one
I had
everybody
Kiko
seen.
Martinez beating Kid Galahad, and I don't know anyone else that did that. So,
No, I just picked Kiko just because they said it's kid. I don't really. I just like I
oh,
said,
okay. So you just picked all of them right without saying anything or tweeting anything. All
bro.
right, for
I
sure.
can tell you, bro. I don't tweet anything, bro. Medway, didn't I say Usyk was gonna beat Joshua? Didn't I tell you that
I said
Wilder
Usyk was
Fury?
going to beat Joshua. That's not
No,
special.
and then I told them that with when
I
the
had
Fury and
Usyk
Wilder
beating
fight, they'll
Joshua.
both drop each other, and then Fury's gonna stop them late. I got that right. I predicted the fight. I said, yeah, Wilder's gonna, because everybody thought it was gonna be a wash, and I said, no, Wilder will drop Fury, and it would be even, and then he'll knock him out late. Ask Midwest. We're in a boxing group. I literally
Okay,
know.
so how does that relate to what Navarrete does? You're talking about fantasy fights that are never going to be made, and you're saying that we're
What
crazy for
fantasy
saying
fights?
Navarrete is beatable.
Wilder and Fury happened two, 3 times. What are you talking about fantasy fights? No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and
You're
he
right. You're
yeah,
right.
and I understand that you
I got
support
you.
PED cheats in boxing, but Wilder was cheated multiple times, just like multiple other Canelo opponents. So your opinion is fine and great, but we also know that you kind of lean towards a certain group, so it's cool.
Okay, like I said, I can say the same about you, but that's not always true. Like I said, I
Tug's
think
Tug Nyambayar is fucking Mongolian. King Tug
bro,
isn't black. He's
King,
Mongolian.
King
no,
Tut
That's
is a
what the fuck I'm
monster.
talking about.
Long
bro,
live
what are you talking about?
Mongolia.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Genghis
Bro,
talking
Khan.
about, bro.
no, it's
Mark
not about
Magsayo is
no, Mark.
Filipino. Ray Vargas is Mexican. And I think that all these people could beat Emmanuel Navarrete. I only said one black dude. So what are you talking about?
Chris
No, the only
Colbert
agree,
can beat the
the,
shit
the
out of
only,
him.
yeah, they're not the same way, dude. Like I said, no, Gary Russell and Bray Vargas actually have agreeable to beat Navarrete, but King Tom Masayo, no, bro, they won't beat him. And I'll tell you why, bro.
King
You
Where's he?
have
Where?
Magsayo has a worse chance, but King Tug could definitely beat
no, I don't
Navarrete.
think so. No, like I said, we have our opinions, bro. But I'm saying with Gary Russell and Ray Vargas, I respect your opinion on that. But the rest of them, hell no, bro. That's just straight cap. Like I said, I seen King Tom fight. I see what I need to know.
Bad
He's
liver.
gonna be Navarrete.
Nah, King Tug definitely has a good chance, especially because he's coming down from 130. Yeah, he can beat Navarrete. And then also, I have to compare. I have to look at who's Navarrete's fought in the past. Again, these people are not known for anything. They're known for getting beat up.
What, but
Isaac,
what is King Tom like, bro? What is he more known for? Losing to people? Who is his biggest win? So you're gonna judge somebody for losing to Chris Colbert that wasn't even in his division, and
his
then Gary
he
Russell. Who did he beat? Claudio Mara. What has he
yeah.
accomplished? What
He went up he went up multiple divisions and fought and made it to a decision with far superior people than
multiple
this dude's even
divisions,
fought.
multiple divisions.
Navarrete has a loss to a guy that could be dead right now. He lost to a nobody.
Yeah, but he was 16. You gotta compare that. He was 16 and
Oh
lost by.
shit! So now we get to use
Yeah,
the
like I
age
said.
shit. All right.
Yeah, like I said, bro. Okay, like I said, have fighters like from have like Shakur at 16 fighters, grown ass men have like I said, it's not gonna be the same. That's why the amateur system is a little different over there. So that's what I'm saying. You can't compare. I mean, yeah, he lost, but I'm saying that was a grown ass man versus a 16-year-old. So like I said, but yeah,
And then
he
When Navarrete loses again, what are you gonna say? Because he's gonna
he
lose
was a
again.
pro. Yeah, I see, but I'm saying these guys your name are not gonna be the ones to beat him. Maybe when he goes to
Well,
130,
he's
yeah.
not fighting any of these people, but they
But
definitely have
bro,
the
like I
ability to
said, bro,
beat
we
him.
see, bro, like I said, they can do cross promotion and we beats them. Like I said, it's just gonna show that Top Rank has beating PBC in fights in recent years. Like I said, it's all gonna show when they cross King
No, the
Tug,
reason why
Messiah,
Top Rank doesn't make PBC fighters is because they only cross promote when their fighter has an advantage,
yeah, like
which
I
has been
said, bro,
shown.
Messiah was the rank that number one at WWE. Why did he go for Gary Russell? He could have went for Navarrete. He chose Gary Russell. So I'm saying, if he thought
He
he could
chose
beat
Gary
Gary
Russell because Gary Russell is a PBC fighter, and that deal's easier to make.
Yeah, like I said, bro, we'll see in the future when Messiah loses his belt in the first defense and Navarrete is still champion because
Wait,
we'll
you
see.
think that Maxio beats Gary Russell?
Like I said, bro, anything can happen. I'm not saying that he's gonna beat him, but I'm saying I think the upset is coming. But I'm saying if Messiah wins, because what's gonna happen is Gary Russell wins, he's gonna move up in weight, he's gonna vacate the belt. But if Messiah wins, he'll lose it right away in his first title defense. Watch.
Okay, great. And when Navarrete vacates and goes up in weight, we don't know what's going to happen with him.
But like I said,
Especially
bro, I'm
considering
telling
the
you, King
Valdez
Tut.
versus Conceição decision, it's clear you can beat Valdez's ass and still lose. So we'll see.
Do you think King
You
Tut could
scored
beat
that shit in
Valdez?
favor of Valdez, which I don't think anybody did, which is amazing to me.
Do you think King Tut could beat Valdez?
Do I think? Yeah, I think King Tuck could beat Valdez.
You crazy, bro.
Yeah, King Tut can easily beat him.
I'm not saying he guaranteed does, but I think he has the ability and all the assets to do so. And I think Navarrete could beat Valdez. But all I'm saying is that, like, I'd pick Navarrete to beat Valdez. But the thing about it is, you can beat Valdez's ass and still fucking lose, which has been proven.
Did you hear that Xavier Martinez, he's gonna fight who's that other guy? Man, I fucking forgot. Oh, Concesio. Yeah, Concesio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Robson can say, yeah, he's gonna fight that dude. Yeah, tough introduction to Top Rank, but good luck.
yeah. I think Xavier Martinez is a little bit too overhyped, honestly.
I
But
mean, that could be said about a lot of people. Like, I think that Arnold Barboza is a lot overhyped, but we gotta see what happens.
yeah, Barbosa. He hasn't fought any top elite competition, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of dudes have him for a lot of different reasons, but it's just to me, I don't see any separation in skill or power. I mean, he's currently undefeated, but like you said, against semi substandard comp, so we just got to see what's going on with him. I mean, I don't dislike him, and if the Tiafimo fight gets made, and he whoops Tiafimo's
Yo, and
ass. That'll be a statement.
I was gonna
Wait,
say,
Barbosa versus Tiafimo?
no,
And
Barbosa's
the-
decent, bro. He just has to face a top opponent, and we'll see. But like I said, I pick him.
I want Tiafimo versus Montana Love, or maybe Jose Zepeda,
no,
or
for his first fight back, that would be insane. Barboza is the perfect opponent.
yeah, but Barbosa, he has power.
No, he doesn't. He has more. I believe he has more decisions than knockouts.
No, he got
Oh
power. He got
yeah,
decent power. Not like enough to like. No, he,
yeah,
like I said, bro. Don't be surprised if he knocks out Lopez. But let's see if it gets made.
yeah. Because I can agree. Because the only reason why that I say that is because like
He's got fewer knockouts than Devin Haney. He's got 26 fights and and he's got 10 knockouts. Motherfuckers talking about Devin Haney pillow fisted, but then this dude says, "Oh, Barboza's got decent power." What the fuck?
actually, yeah, I could definitely side with you on that because if Barbosa hasn't fought any true killers at 140 yet, then he's not gonna have what the power to like scale against like true sharks like Subrat Matias or Jose Zepeda or Pedraza to say the least.
I'm not even sure he beats Tiafimo. To be quite honest, if Tiafimo gets in there and doesn't get no boxing match and just bombs his ass out of there because he's a much bigger target to hit than Cambosos was, he should be able to get the job done. Because people saying that Devin Haney is pillow fisted. I'm like, look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker almost has the same number of fights and has fewer knockouts. But with him, it's he's a pure boxer, so it's different. No, this motherfucker can't punch.
I just don't think Tiafimo does well at 140. I think he
Yeah,
just
I think he got enough to get past Barboza, but then that's kind of it.
yeah
No, he
yeah
could
yeah.
do
After
decent, bro.
that
I'm telling you,
Barbosa
bro.
win,
Don't be. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if Barbosa beats him. I'm just telling you right now. Delfimo could be champion. I'm telling you, it's not going to be an easy fight against Barbosa.
I'll
If
be
he
happy.
loses to Barbosa, he ain't accomplishing shit at 140.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, you
If
gotta see
he
more of
gets his ass
Barbosa's
whipped.
fights. He's a decent fight. I'm telling you. Like I said, bro, we'll see what happens, and you'll see everything you need to know in that fight. But like I said, the female be champion. Like I said, I guess they if you pick Barbosa, I thought he would go soft like Josue Vargas or like what was that? Oh no, he's not with Top Rank. Never mind. Do that fight on Jake Paul, like his undercut. Like, if he goes and gets a soft touch, yeah,
Montana
then we'll see.
Love.
But I mean, Barbosa, that is a dangerous fight. No, dude, the dude that fight recently when he fought Tyrone Woodley the second time. That dude, there was a dude that is at 140. I forgot his name, but he lost to the Australian dude. Like you said, if he gets a soft
Oh
touch at
yeah, yeah,
140,
yeah,
he
yeah.
could,
Yomar Alamo.
he gets
Yomar Alamo.
yeah, him. Yeah, he could have fought him or Josue Vargas or like somebody else that. Nah, but I remember what's his name? Hank Lundy retired. Like he needs to get a soft touch first
I
before he
don't.
fights like a ranked opponent. I'm just saying, Barbosa's.
I
Nah,
just think.
I disagree. Actually, I think that since he's moving up in weight, he should fight a top guy off the fucking top. No rest, no excuses. Fuck all that soft touch
No,
introduction bullshit because
he's not
no one else gets that. Jamal Charlo wasn't about to get it if he was actually getting ready to fight. Fucking Canelo, Andrade wouldn't get it. So fuck that. He should get a top 10 off top.
Oh,
Tiafimo
yeah,
needs to
like I
just be
said.
matched up tough.
But coming from a loss, though, I mean, like I said, it's different. We come from a victory than a loss. uh, so I'm saying, okay, like I said, that's fine. Like I said, you're the matchmaker, so you would know. But I'm saying, like, I just said if he's coming from a loss, you shouldn't get thrown under with the top 10 opponent. Like the top maybe 15 or like ranked, but not an opponent like Barbosa. I'm just saying if you're coming from a loss, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a matchmaker, but if I was, I wouldn't throw him in there with like a Barbosa type fighter, but I'll throw him in there with someone next level contender, but not Barbosa. Not any top five, or any top 10 to be honest. Maybe
So
like
But
Montana
a guy
Love
like
would
Mario
fit that
Barrios, maybe.
category.
yeah, no, Montana
Well,
Love would be a
he's
terrible
not
matchup for
well,
him.
he's not
But
even
I think
ranked.
Barboza is a soft touch
That'll
because
be a
if he
decent.
loses, it'll be by
No, but
decision. But
Montana Love's
Barboza
not ranked
can't
either
punch.
though. Yo, yo, like I said,
Man,
Montana
I want
Love
him
is not even
understand
ranked. He's a
Teofimo
good
fight
fighter,
Antonio
but he's not
Moran.
ranked. Who's that?
Antonio Moran, that's a Mexican dude that got his ass knocked the fuck out by Devin Haney.
Oh yeah, yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm not even shitting on him because I actually like him as a fighter, but
Well, he did get wasted.
yeah. Nah, like
yeah.
I
He can
just
fight
felt
somebody like
bad
that.
when he
So
fought
like I
Devin
said,
because he looked so drained at 135. But hey, I mean, like you just take those opportunities while you can.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Tiafimo. After the bullshit he pulled with this nonsense, ducking Haney, man, fuck Tiafimo. I could care less. Like you've already gotten your career. You've already gotten your career off to a bad start. If you were gonna lose, it should have been for undisputed. But instead, you decided to be a bitch and fuck around with Cambosos because you thought Cambosos was weak, and then you got your ass fucking exposed. So I don't know how Tiafimo's gonna do with fucking punchers. I mean, don't get me wrong, he almost stopped Cambosis, but he didn't stop him. Like Cambosis took all his best punches and managed to survive. So from a power perspective, it's looking. I don't know. When you get in there, some real motherfuckers, it's gonna be sketch.
Yeah, I agree. I think Teofimo will get stopped by all the top 50, top 100 super lightweights.
Damn, you said top 100? Shit. Top 50? Shit. You're not giving this man no respect.
Yeah, because I don't like him.
Wait, Midwest, you sound very far away from your mic. If that's you talking.
Yeah, I can't even hear him.
Y'all think who? Wait,
yo
Midwest,
Midwest.
who's overrated, Midwest?
What? I can't even hear him.
Oh,
Yo, but I
yeah.
did hear that he said that dude King Stunt beats. Yo, I did ever hear earlier. I was about to ask him what that King Tut got beats Valdez. Like you said, it's not even being biased. It's just using, like you said, that's the opinion. But I'm saying I don't see it personally. Like Gary Russell, yeah, he could beat Valdez, but like a King Tut, nah. Like I'm just saying, in a year we're gonna see who's still champion. Like I said, Valdez never and King Tut still doesn't win a world title. I'm like, shit. Where are we
Yeah,
gonna rate him from there?
we also
Like
have to
I'm telling you,
consider
it's not
their
being biased.
competition. If Navarrete is
Well,
not fighting anybody, it's easier to keep a belt.
Well, bro, what are you talking? He's finding all his mandos. The same thing, Gary Russell was doing. So, like I said, it's not, and they're decent, man. Like I said, you gotta see this guy after they're done with him. Like Ruben Villa is a solid guy. You do realize he took Bernardo Lopez's and the guy that you like.
Can y'all hear me
Well, I'm
better?
not gonna say you're a fair fighter.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you
I
better
agree.
Now
now.
you, I'm not gonna say like you're fair, but you do realize if you watch his
But
match
look
at the
at
Pro Box, that shit
look
wasn't.
at Gary
Now look at
Russell,
Ruben
Gary
Villa.
Russell Jr.'s mandatories: Mark Magsayo, King Tug, Kiko Martinez, Jojo Diaz,
Bro, but
Oscar
Navarrete. But
Escandon.
listen, the only one I'll give it.